What is going on, everybody? Another Wednesday. We'll see if we can't get this thing working again like it was. I don't know how this thing. Yeah, I don't know how it messes up. There we go. Save. Custom layout number 4. And then it goes right back to this. That is strange. That is strange. Where do you pick the layout?
I don't know. You had it fixed last time.
I know, that's weird.
My iPad's not turning on. It was on.
I can do that, but we don't have there it goes.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's small, but you can tell what it is.
All right. How do you reboot a Apple device that won't turn on?
Is it dead?
No, it was on just a minute ago and just locked up trying to connect to the internet.
There we go. That's better. What's going on, Michael?
Turn it off and turn it back on.
He said we are making him dizzy. Cameron should be in here in a little bit. Macro should be in here in a little while. We should have some different people tonight.
Yeah. Sam.
Okay.
What do you know? An Apple smarter than an Android user.
Trying to go get mine?
No.
What have you been up to, Michael? Taking it easy?
I mean, it was just on.
Are you sure you just didn't turn the brightness on the screen down?
I don't think he can do that just with it turning off.
What's y'all going to is it Anderson this weekend?
Palmetto Brick Expo.
That's right, Palmetto. What's going on, Dean? I have to work Saturday.
Ooh, that stinks.
Yep. Somebody's got to do it, though. I ain't figured out a way to retire yet.
41 days, buddy. 41 days. It's actually only 26 teaching days. No, 25 when I walk in the door.
Oh, Anderson was last weekend. Did y'all have a good turnout for that? Y'all have a lot of stuff going down. Like, there's nothing going down up here like y'all have down there.
You can use the book, baby.
And, of course, everything y'all have is drive 4 hours away.
So are you starting on what, bag 7?
Yeah. What are you on?
5. Where I stopped last week. That's where I stopped last week. I didn't work any on this week.
Supposed to be called up to me.
I know. Sorry. I was going to try, but I had to mow last night for my hubby so he could relax. He cooked dinner. I mowed. He cooked.
Yes, sir. We are having a good evening. I stayed up, or I didn't stay up. I came down here last night with Haley and built 8 ballistas, 4 carts, 2 trolleys, some tables, some bookshelves, and a hanging post.
Yeah, so
all of it is ready to be put in the castle.
what is it about?
So this show is in Walterboro.
Wow, those are really cool, Richard.
Y'all need to do some stuff in North Carolina, or we need to get some stuff up here in North Carolina.
The bearded bricks, yeah.
Smooth.
And there's the ballistas.
Those are really cool.
Did I show you the picture of them mounted?
No. He's just showing me the pictures that you sent him.
Hold on, I'll show you this. I finished off the top where the things go in reddish brown to make it look like it's wood. So I finished all that off. How was the bonsai? I heard that's actually pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. The North Carolina lug does not do much. If you go to their Facebook, I'm like the only one that posts anything in there. I don't even know anybody in it, though.
I just brought the bonsai back home from school.
Oh, is it on your desk?
Well, it was behind my desk on a cabinet because I have little kids. They like to touch things.
What's up, GLS?
Oh wow!
What you been up to?
It's really cool.
Have y'all seen the new series that we're getting, Dreams?
I saw something about it. Honestly, have not, since we got back from our vacation, I haven't had much time to look at hardly anything.
Y'all's store is gonna have to be revamped because there is like 100 new elements coming.
Well, we got one more room we can use.
The stuff looks really cool. It's definitely neat.
Yeah, actually, we'll be doing some cleaning out of that other room this weekend.
Which room? The behind you?
Yeah, the behind the fish tank in the basement.
Yeah.
That room, yeah. But I want to do it where I don't have to use my father-in-law to carry stuff to the dump or anything. So
Y'all got Bertha?
yeah, but Foy always wants it, so I figure he's got his hands full as it is. So we're just going to use the trash and the recycle bins that we have.
David said, "Sorry, I'm late." There's no problem, no problem. Dean said it's 100 frogs for the cherry blossom version, but looks good again. Yeah, I know that it's a whole lot of frogs and it's a whole lot of place them.
Yeah, I kept it as the pink frogs.
Yeah, I definitely love the dream stuff. I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's just the weirdness in it that intrigues me. I really want the turtle truck thing. I don't know what you call that.
It's a new series that Lego's coming out with. It's DREAMZ.
Yeah, we're showing
It's
it
like
on here.
3 Z's or something.
Yeah.
It looks neat though. It's cool they're coming out with something that's like not the ordinary.
True.
Usually it's the same stuff, very, very, very repetitive. I just know it sucks for a store that's got everything situated, and now they're dropping all these new elements and new colors.
Well, thank goodness the one of the owners is retiring, so they can work in it all the time.
What's going on, Marcio? Yes, 3 Z's. What do you think about it, GLS? That's like the sets are. I mean, you can definitely tell they're geared for kids. Don't get me wrong, but they're really out there. Like they're neat. The pirate ship flying thing with the shark looks really cool. Oh, we got somebody else.
Isn't it based on TV show or something?
No. As far as I've been able to tell, it is just a design, like a new series to take place. There was one that was kind of like it called like the Dream something, I believe. Not the Dream, sorry. Time Cruisers. Yeah, the shark ship looks really cool. What's going on, Cameron?
Dude, nothing much. Just another week, right?
Have you seen the new Dream series we're getting?
No. What are you talking about?
What? Lego has like a whole nother line coming out called Dreams.
I haven't looked into that.
It's a little on the strange side, but oh, you got to hold your opinion till Sunday. I forgot you're paid elsewhere. Your opinions matter elsewhere. Sorry.
You trying to hijack his knowledge early?
I was trying, but I forgot. He can't disclose his information on the non-important stream.
Yeah, all that is. Sounds like weird versions.
Mm-hmm.
That one's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. A treehouse looking one.
The treehouse one's real cool, Richard.
Yeah, but it reminds me of like it y'all didn't do any of the Ninjago like city stuff, did you?
I have one in the closet.
That's what that reminds me of.
Kinda, yeah.
I think I have the Ninjago garden.
Y'all need to sell that thing. That thing's worth a lot of money. Any Ninjago like city sets like that are of high value. It's a new theme like Hidden Side. We'll have a show run alongside the sets. The series starts May 19th. Hopefully we'll get the full wave in the US.
I got the pyramid today too.
I didn't know there was going to be a show. So that's news to me.
Here it is, back in the corner. I can't tell what it is.
Cameron's got a pootie tat on the tape.
Oh, that's right. That's a good old office cat right there.
My cat doesn't do good on the table. She lays like right in the way.
That's funny.
Some
Yeah,
people would take my cat for a dog.
she's crashing the party right now, but I guarantee you within 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to have to boot her out of here because she's going to be messing with my stuff.
Marcia, I have the ninjas themselves, but I do not have any of the sets anymore. I had them when I was younger and loved them, and it was one of those things that I was buying them from Brickin stores whenever I would go in, but I was just getting the actually ninjas. I wasn't getting the sets. I have a bunch of the swords.
Yeah, City Gardens.
Oh, you went and robbed the Lego store?
What should I build tonight?
You want me to be honest with you? You're going to get mad at me, but I'm more excited for that throne room than I am the starship.
Dude, I agree. I was planning on building the throne room.
The starship, like, don't get me wrong, the destroyer looks really cool, but it's miniature scale, and I don't know.
I'm building.
A white box.
A white box.
I don't have one, so I was pretty excited to get it.
Do you not have any of the other destroyers?
Nope. That's some of the stuff that I'm missing, honestly. Throughout like my whole collection, I don't have any of the big ships. The only thing that I have UCS wise is the gunship.
So what? Yeah, but they make they've got what, the First Order destroyer. They've got the Moff Gideon's light cruiser.
Well, okay. I mean, yeah, I've got Moff Gideon's. I have the Malevolent, and I have the Republic frigate, whichever one that comes with. Which two Jedi did it come with?
So you're just saying you don't have the huge UCS?
Yeah, I don't have any big shit. Yeah, I don't have UCS big shit.
The UCS destroyer and me don't get along.
Honestly, man, when the UCS with the Republic, whatever's coming out in, what is it, August or September, that's coming with a new Captain Rex.
Oh, the Venator?
The Venator. I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah. I'm mad that I didn't go buy the X-Wing, honestly.
It's just another X-Wing, though.
Yeah, but I don't have the other UCS.
Well, it's not like it's going anywhere. You'll be able to go.
I really need to get the what's it called? The Mando ship. The Razor Crest.
The Razor Crest?
Yeah, I don't have the UCS Razor Crest either.
I didn't know if I was actually going to get that one or not. I mean, it comes with some really cool minifigs, but I don't know. I don't have a ton of room. That was one of those ones I was like, ah.
Michael said correction, Lego Dreams will launch with 10 episodes on May 15th and be accompanied by a brand new product range and further episodes from August 2023. Is it dropping on Netflix though, like the Ninjago series, or is it going elsewhere? It'll be weird. I'll give it a watch. I'll definitely give it a watch. I seen something today, Cameron. Somebody's building a Clone Wars mock. Well, don't get me wrong. It's already been done. The shows, their like little series is over, but they've been telling a story while they create it. And I was like, man, I might have to do something like that. But their story is they pretty much did everything off of the show and just kind of like built little scenes.
Yeah.
I might try to do that and just build like, because whatever I'm doing is my own thing. I've got the first like 4 base.
Your own thing compared to what about what we were all going to collab on?
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all the ones wasting time. I've already got 3/4 of mine done.
Well, shit. I mean, you've got the terrain. You've come up with the terrain. Are we doing buildings and stuff on top, or do I need to come up with my own section of terrain around the outside?
Oh, I don't know. That was up to y'all. I just told Justin that I wanted a massive hangar door wide open with the ATTE coming out of it. And then in this process, I have built the inside of it, the hangar portion of it, and it has an AT-AT on the inside shooting outside and putting a hole through the side of the mountain.
Oh, wow.
I've just got to go back and kind of redefine it and make it a little more happy. It's really jumbled right now. I just wanted to see if I can make it look good.
The last picture I saw of it was looking really good.
But I came to the realization today that I don't know if I can get this thing done by August. By like the castle, I'm not sure.
By August.
YouTube too.
How much farther you got?
Well, the thing is I keep ordering bricks. So there's like 4 BrickLink stores I deal with. There's Camel City, Gene and them, and there's like 3 other major stores that are further away from here. And the other stores have like massive quantity because they buy new sets. I have cleaned all them out except for Gene of light bluish gray bricks that are bigger than 1x3s. So now I'm like waiting. I've got an order coming that has 250 1x6s in it. And I still know that that's not going to be anywhere near enough.
Well, first thing you got to do is
Yeah. You have quite a build.
I know. I bit more often I can chew timeline wise. Like if I had the pieces, it wouldn't be a problem. It's the money to buy the pieces. Marcio, I love the adventure sets. Anything with like mummies and stuff like that. That was like I don't know. When I was growing up, I've looked at buying some of that stuff again. I just kind of really want the minifigs, and I've bought a bunch of the on the Pharaoh sets, the 1x2x5s that have the hieroglyphics on them. I bought a bunch of those that are sitting in a box, just in case I wanted to do something with them.
Hey, check out how detailed the air piece is for the new loop.
Why'd they do it like so fancy? Like, what happened to the one mold with no lines?
That's good. Yeah, that's the standard. We see that in black on a lot of them. Isn't that Isn't that the Harry Potter hairpiece, but not black?
That doesn't
which
look
one?
like the Harry Potter one because the Harry Potter one is split directly in the middle so you can see the lightning bolt. But I'm not a professional. I could be wrong.
I don't know my Harry Potter.
Ranch Doritos says Cam's looking like a Viking.
It's my new hairdo. What do you think?
I wish I
Cameron,
could grow hair.
What's the set number on that?
I'm so sorry. Which one? Talking about what I'm building?
The one you're building.
It's not going to be on Bricklink yet.
It's 75, 35, 2.
Man, I went out, Cam. The new
Yeah.
Disney figs, Haley wanted them. And I mean, I wanted them. And I was like, whatever I see, I'm going to buy. We went to Target. I literally watched them put 2 cases on the shelf. I bought both cases, got home, and me and Haley came down here and opened them, and I still do not have a full set.
From both?
Yeah.
God.
That is a new hairpiece.
That's how they suck us in.
I know.
Gene, did you say that the Luke hairpiece is a brand new piece?
It sure looks like it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Man, Star Wars is dropping it on them. Y'all gotta up the store some more.
If only I had an employee here full time.
Gene, I tried to tell you, you don't pay enough for me.
Right, I was about to say, what does that job pay?
No, it's an employee, not professional thief.
Hey, if you're good at it, you gotta do it. Technically, if it never gets put into inventory, is it really stealing?
Yes.
But you don't know you have it.
Well, but it gets put into inventory 2 different ways. When we buy it, it gets put in by the pound, and then it gets transitioned over to item by item.
Well, see, that's really easy though. I can make up the weight. Michael, I've got 8 Disney 8 not replicas, but duplicates here that are jeans. If you want them, jump in it. Depending on which ones you want. You probably want the ones that I don't have.
Lord of the Rings.
Gene, did you have you been taking care of my cows?
Yep, they're
Yeah.
here. They're being
They haven't even come out to feed yet. They're still in the box.
Man, when I was going and I was because I built the carts and I'm gonna have cows and horses pull them.
When do you need them?
I mean, I don't really, not anytime. I mean, it's no rush.
Okay, because we got like 2 things that we need to inventory ahead of breaking apart a bunch of new sets.
Do you want to give me the new sets and let me break it apart for y'all, and I'll just separate them into baggies?
No, we'll do it. We
have our little system.
this weekend we got one thing we got to go through, and we may be able to get to the other one.
That's after we get haircuts.
Yeah. She
'Cause I
doesn't like my Donald Trump comb over.
No.
I don't have a use for them right now, other than just mocking them up. Like they're just going to be placed in the, like, I guess in the middle somewhere.
Well,
Michael has some nice wheels. I'm about to buy. Gene has some. I'm about to buy 30 of them from them.
What?
Wheels.
Oh.
Yeah, the reddish brown wagon wheels.
Okay.
I bought 20 of them, and I'm out already. Like out.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron, the sheer scale of what he's doing is just baffling when you look at, he'll buy 100 of this and they're gone in like 10 minutes.
Oh, I believe that.
I want to know how many bricks I have in the castle.
Are you not keeping up?
No.
Dude.
I'm above 40,000 pieces. like well over. Like I was sitting there yesterday and I was just placing the like pieces I have for weeds, and I have to place a 1x1 round plate with a hole in it before I can replace the weed. And I placed 126 weed plate, little like weed pieces. So that alone is 252 pieces. Then that's not including all like the 1x1 tiles that I add in for texture. The other day, like, so if this tells you anything, the ballistas I created yesterday are right at about 56 pieces of or 56 pieces for the main design. Some of them have a little more, some of them have a little less. I built 8 of those. So that alone's over another 600 pieces thrown in.
Wow.
Like every time I touch the castle, it gets somewhere above 1,000 pieces added to it.
That's insane. I mean,
I
that build is so big. I can't even imagine transporting it.
I'm starting to dread the fact that I agreed to transport it. Like all jokes aside, I promised. Well, I didn't promise, but I haven't heard anything else. But I'm supposed to take this to Raleigh at the end of June and display it.
The end of June.
Hey, when are you going, Richard?
What do you mean?
When you go to Raleigh, you going Friday or?
I don't know. I asked them what all I needed to do, if I needed to pay. They told me no, it was free, and that was the last I heard. I texted or emailed them back, and I'm like, am I still on? And they're like, yeah, you're good, but I have no information. I was going to wait till about halfway through this month, somewhere around like the 15th, and email them back and be like, y'all got an idea? Because if they tell me they don't have space for me, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, I'm still going, but it's not like I'm really disappointed because it's actually going to take a lot to move this thing.
Well, we've decided we are going to go. We weren't going to bag it because of our trip.
Uh-huh.
But we're going to go and we're going to leave from Raleigh, heading to Moab. My son will be here taking care of the dogs and taking care of the house. It's just going to be a long ass day driving from Raleigh to where was going the first night? Lexington, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky.
I don't remember. It's written down. My brain knows that.
I don't like driving that long. Dean said every time I see a CMF package at Walmart near me, it's ripped open and empty. Michael said, well, I'm going to run and get some more done. Just working on getting a little more of my latest mock to take to the show. And I don't think people really understand like what really goes into building. Like building a mock is only like a third of the battle. The big part of the battle is figuring out how to make it come apart and how to transport it.
Yeah, that's no joke.
I've had so many people ask me, they're like, how did you design the castle to where it just like pops apart? And I'm like, I did it all like while I was building it. I was like, I figured out how many bricks it would take before I could not put a lid on one of my boxes. And I went from there and then knew just when I started getting around the top, I had to figure out how to do a design to where I could like modular system it and just tile and plate it up.
Yeah, I will say after this past weekend, having Hoth down at the Anderson Soiree for FC Bricks, the teardown, like I've really gotten it down to a system, man, because I built like Hoth goes together in 9 pieces. And it all just slides and clicks together. I pull it right out of the bin, and then all you got to do is put minifigures down, and you're done. I mean, I think it took me 45 minutes to get Hoth down, my 2 Clone Wars mocks, the Venador, and then the few ships that I have on the table into the bin, done.
So I got like 5 questions for you then. Hoth is your biggest, right?
Yeah, Hoth's my biggest build. That's also my first mock.
So do you pull all the minifigs and then set them up each time, or do you leave any anywhere?
There's a few that are like in med bays and then in ships and like in the mechanic area that transport really well, you know?
Yeah.
So I leave them. But for the most part, I'm basically putting like 100 minifigs down and up each time I set it up.
All right. Have you, when you built, like, let's say you built Hoth, you took it somewhere, you brought it back. When you brought it back, did you change anything to make it easier for when you do it again?
So I haven't done that yet because Hoth's been to 3 shows now. It went to the Atlanta Brick Fair, it went to the Columbia Brick Con, and now it went to the Anderson Soiree. And after going to Anderson, because in Anderson, when I was setting it up, I finally was like, I'm just going to set it up differently than I usually do. So I put a lot of people in different places and some ships in some different places. And after doing that, I realized between now and the next show that I go to, because it's just sitting behind me. I mean, Hoth is Hoth's in here. It's not,
Yeah.
And I think I want to semi tear it apart, move some stuff around, and I know I want to add a bunch of lights.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to tear it apart when you're adding lights. What's going on, Darren? It's so much easier though. Like, so my lights, the only kind of real thing I have to do with lights was the first real big thing was the castle in that dragon's lair. I was like, I want to light it up.
Yeah.
So I found out that it was much easier to have the lights while you were building it than to go back afterwards and be like, well, how do I get this to go here type thing.
So fortunately, where most of the lights that I know I want to put and add, it's not going to be that difficult to tear it apart because it's a big wall, inside doors, and a flat battle area. So I know I got a bunch of lights that I want to add on the back wall where all the grieveling is and, like the mechanic area and light that spot up. But other than that, I'm just going to have to figure out how to like pin certain lights in guns. So it looks like, they're shooting.
Oh, you better have the flashing lights in the guns. It's just like I've never so when I took the city was set up differently each time it was displayed. There was never a real all right, this is the right way to go. I just kind of stuck minifigures everywhere. And the first time I displayed it was at Kip's convention last year. And then the second time was at Brick Fair. And at Brick Fair, I didn't have the same amount of space I had. The space was like weird. I had like an S shape almost.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was going back in and kind of I kept thinking of ideas because in the city, it really didn't matter. Like your Hoth mock, it really doesn't matter where a lot of the people go. Like there's certain people that have to go in certain places, but
other than that, you're right. It's just a battle scene. Like anybody can be shooting from anywhere.
We got one more person. Hold on. We got Macro in here.
Cheers.
Macro.
Representing.
Something macro.
Yeah. But I was sitting there with with Justin, and I was like, what is a way that I can come up to find like for the castle, for instance? It's kind of like a Star Wars mock. So you have let's say you have soldiers that are just pretty much like archers. Okay, the archers aren't always going to be in the same position as like the light infantry. So the light infantry has to be put somewhere else. How do you make that kind of area up? So what I had the idea was I was looking one day and so when I was building the city, I had the idea to do it and I never did. And I actually bought them all for a smaller Star Wars mock I'd planned on doing and never used them. You played the Star Wars Lego games, right? Or any Lego games?
Oh, yeah.
So I have tons of those 1x1 round plates, the studs. And what I think I'm going to do is, or what I'm going to do, and I talked about it, was assign each soldier a color. So, like, all the light infantry might be purple. Well, all those purple guys are going to have dots down on the field where they go. That way, when I go to pull it up, I can just put another dot down. And when I go to put them down, I can just pull the dot up. That way, I always know where they go.
Yeah.
Like a colored 1x1 round stud or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
like,
Richard, can
do
you
what?
do it so that you cover up that stud and leave the stud there for next time?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if I have 10, if the archers are assigned purple and I have 10 studs down, I would just pull the studs up, put them back in the baggie, and put the archers down. And then when I pull the archers up, I put the studs back down.
Right, I get it, but I'm just trying to save you the time of not having to pull studs up, put studs back down later.
Yeah, like if your terrain's built on tiles or whatever, if you already got that stud down and that stud stays there, and then you just plop the minifigure down, and once his foot's on it, he's at the same level as the rest of your tiles.
Exactly, Macro.
See,
That's
I
exactly
could do that, but that is a lot of that's a lot of going back and redesigning things.
Damn, yeah, it would be. And you know what? Popping tiles up in a tight little space there, that's no fun.
And at the same time, I don't really think it matters because just like I was talking about with Cameron's mock, there's only going to be like very few people that really matter where they're at. What's going on, Chef? Let me get Chef an invitation.
You need brick people, Chef.
Get him in here before you eat all the cookies.
Like a month and 10 days now. Oh, did I knock a green piece off? Yeah, I did.
But hopefully, I'm more worried about like getting the castle done than I am where I'm going to put these minifigs.
Yeah, that's your last concern.
Because there's no way that I can stick all the minifigs in the castle, even if they were done. Because that's just like the castle itself doesn't have room for 500 people. It just doesn't. All that's supposed to go on out in front.
Grab a couple base plates and set up one of the trebuchets there and some battle scenes.
That's what I thought about because I have a bunch of those 48 by 48s that I'm not using.
That'd be fun.
How's your castle coming, man? Did you get some more progress done? I see it's definitely grown since Saturday.
So the 90th anniversary castle, I was at one point pretty much done, but honestly, I accidentally stepped on it. No word of a lie. The actual Black Falcon castle, I've yet to start. I've just started a little bit of like the lore, the harbor, some like the little market surrounding area of what would be leading up to a castle.
Yeah.
Gone down a little bit of a different story with my Black Falcons and what they're up to, but ultimately I still need to build an actual castle for them. But this 3-in-1 was fun. I just took 2 sets, mirror built one, slammed them together, made the drawbridge twice as wide.
That was one of my big, like, the 3-in-1 doesn't look bad. It's really cool. I don't know. I wish it would have been, I understand the purpose of it, but when I built that and then turned around like 2 weeks later and built the Lion Knight's castle, the 3-in-1 didn't look so hot.
No, exactly. The 3-in-1 wasn't so hot. The Lion Knights is where it's at. And even just like build it out as the actual facade, it could definitely use a middle tower, like a middle actual, Knight's chamber or King's chamber, whatever you call that. But it looks great. It looks
that is something that is something I need to do. So I've been sitting there creating this whole entire castle. I've got like all these soldiers, and I've even got the hairpiece for the queen, but I do not have a king and queen yet. I don't know.
You got the queen, not the king, though?
I don't have either one. I just have the hairpiece. So whenever the hairpiece came out for the evil queen in the CMS for the Disney, the 100th anniversary, I was like, I've got to use that. and that's the one I'm rolling with.
All right. What about a Black Falcon King? Because there's a couple options. I think the best one might be the CMF series King with a repurposed cape, like a recolored cape or something for you.
Well, I've got a bunch of blue and black capes for the Black Falcons.
Perfect.
I just haven't, like I said, I've not even thought about putting a king on there yet.
You should get your king and take one of your Black Falcon flags and try and fold it around that neck piece and see if it can turn that into a cape. That'd be sick.
I don't think I could because the way it's cut out, it wouldn't make sense.
Damn.
It would be like
that crease in there in the back.
It would be the wrong way. The other flags, the other flags wouldn't work either.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, Chef. Some decent weather.
What's going on, Tyler?
Downtime from work. Hanging out
ready,
with peeps.
Like I was joking about it, but I'm really ready just to like have this castle together.
To be done.
To be done.
Well, that's the bad thing though. Like what Cameron was talking about, like I don't know that if I just put the castle together, if I would be okay with it. I would have to change something.
You might maybe just start tinkering around the outside, like maybe you go revisit and do like a hole in the wall or like a little tunnel through a graveyard that opens up or something, like for a little exit. Like you might just go revisit to make one area that you liked when you first started, but now that you got more time or more of an insight, you might try and tweak something to add more of a story or something to one corner of it.
Well, everything I've built so far has a purpose. Like the caves have a purpose. Sure. I've got a bunch of open rooms that are in the towers that I've made to where like the outside of the wall will open so you can see inside. And I've yet to do anything with them. So that's one of the things I'm kind of glad that I left open. If I come up with an idea, I can always go back in there type thing.
Nice. I got some stuff that I definitely do in my castle. I'm sure it's already been done before, but to throw it out there. What about like the dinner table for 12?
I've already got it.
There you go.
I got that. I got
christening of the knights.
Do what?
Like the christening of the knights where they go in, bow down, get some holy water slapped on them, whatever you call that.
I didn't do that just because of the simple fact that the table, everything is like stuck down, so nothing's going to slide anywhere. But the table has all the chairs pushed out from over it or under it, and some are falling over because you could tell the battle starting, and everybody's going to be running out of the front door.
Nice.
So that's done. I have in the same room, I put a bunch of like coats of arms on the walls with unify other, I guess, like different squads or different factions. And then I also went and it's got like trophies on the wall. Like it's got the T-Rex skull, the Triceratops skull. There's a dragon skull that I made, and then there's a mammoth skull that I've made.
That sounds so detailed. When you're done, then what's next, though? Like, if you ever get done that project, you're not tweaking it, making it better, taking it to shows, buying more minifigures. Other than the Star Wars you mentioned, what's the next project?
The Star Wars.
You're gonna have to buy different color bricks and spend another $2,500, though.
Well, so far,
You're probably pass off for more than that, especially when it comes to the minifigures.
Come on, Macro. We don't mind him spending $2,500.
I've already got 200 clones. The castle itself, when I don't see, that's the thing though. Like the castle isn't the mock. Like the mock is the whole thing. I still have another 6. I still have 30 more base plates to build.
For what? So if that's not the castle, what's that then? Insiders.
It's for the castle, but it's going in front. That's like the forest area leading up to the castle.
Dude,
is it like just forest or like forest? Sorry.
That's huge. Holy cow.
It's like so what it is, the drawbridge is going to lay down on a embankment, and the embankment is going to kind of be like a rocky staircase. Like that's how you get up to the castle. It's the only way in. Like there's one entrance, one exit. Then there's going to be there's a farmhouse that's out there. There's only like I've only counted for like 15 trees, but I don't know how much space that's going to take up when the leaves actually, like, you know how they're when they flare out. There's going to be like 2 or 3 little houses set up. There's a windmill, and back in the back there's going to be a witch's hut, and the witch's hut is where like the opposing team is going to kind of come from.
And what's the witch's hut? Like, can you fit a forestman hideout in there? Or is it going to be like all orc CMFs, or what's the witch's hut kind of dictate for the alternate team there?
So I have 15 of the CMF orcs. What I'm gonna do with that is pretty much I've got a buggy that is kind of like a old school prison cell, like a jail cell. And they're going to be pulling the orcs into the castle with like the buggy. There's going to be 2 of them in there. There's going to kind of be the orcs coming in from behind. Like if you're looking at the mock, they're going to be in the bottom right corner. The top left corner is where the top right corner is where all the witch's hut is going to be. Nice. There's going to be like stuff opening up from the ground and skeletons climbing out of it. Then there's going to be, like if you're looking straight at the castle at the second main gate, that wall where the river is going to have forestmen scaling it. So there's going to be a little bit of like some different factions going on.
Nice, a lot of color, a lot of depth. I'll give you some brownie points if you get one of those orcs doing like a prisoner Conan the Barbarian type setup. You know, pushing your grain mill or something like that.
Like down by the
wherever you want to put it. I'm just saying, if you get an orc as a prisoner doing Conan, pushing that wheel, you know, he's making your bread, the grain mill or something. That'd be epic.
I was trying to think of how I can incorporate that near the farmhouse. I could definitely do that.
It's all about the little in-depth story. So every time your eye takes a 2 centimeter glance, there's another something to pick up, another story, another like you say, in-depth, more colors, more factions, that'd be awesome. That's a good one with the forestman taking the ladder up the wall or something.
TC kind of hit it on the head. It's just like the end game. It's an all-out war.
That's a good idea. With the number 1 faction being the Black Falcons.
Yeah.
Hey man, they got bros and area codes.
I wanted to do a one of the reasons it might sound like really dumb, but the idea that I came up with, the whole putting an orc inside of a cage was, and I've tried to find if I could work it in, but was the Shrek movie, because him and Donkey were inside the cage.
Nice. Okay.
But the orcs look nothing like Shrek whatsoever.
No, they're still nasty looking, but not like Shrek. I'm surprised. Does Lego even have Shrek?
No.
I'm surprised they haven't done that one, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, there could have been some good sets out of that.
I know. We could have had that dragon.
We could have had Donkey.
That is true. Is there a Lego Donkey?
I don't even know if there's a Lego Donkey. I don't think so.
I don't think there is.
See what I'm saying?
Lego, you got potential. Give us the farmyard set. The city farm, not the Friends farmyard. We want the city farmyard set.
The one that comes with an $85 goat.
Goat, donkey, sheep, couple horses, chickens.
Well, now the new farm set has a sheep in it that has removable hair.
I like that. I got a couple of those bad boys. Those are definitely in my farm in my area. Ducks. I don't know if we've gotten a duck mold. I mean, they got seagulls, eagles.
I don't know if we no. Well, we got the rubber duck.
The rubber duck. Not like a nature duck. We just got like the toy rubber ducky.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you need some of the rubber ducks, let me know. I'll send you some. I've got like 100 of them bad boys.
Woo! That's a lot of rubber ducks.
Richard,
Collect
Richard,
those.
there was a Minecraft donkey. We have the head for it.
Yeah, but it's built out of blocks. I'm not a Minecraft animal and character fan.
Yeah, I'm not either, but it's the only donkey they ever had.
Very few. I find very few brick built animals look better than the single molded ones.
Oh, they almost never
I
do.
agree.
But time and purpose, right? Each one has its
Hey,
time and
speaking of animals and mocks and everything, Cameron, check this out. So I've been trying to clean up down here. Look what I found.
Oh. Oh, you got that's a wampa, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
I have 4 tauntauns because there's 2 up here that I didn't know that I thought that's what I had, but I have 2 more down here. And then I found the wampa.
Yeah, not
Dude,
those.
I could use one of those tauntauns.
Together.
Could you now?
I could use one of those tauntauns.
I don't know when and where. I know they had what set was that? What's the little what is it called? A dewback? Is that the green guy?
Yeah, that's the dewback.
They had a Brook built one of those, and that don't look too bad.
Yeah, the one they have a mold of is a lot cooler though.
I don't
You
like.
talk about one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
A
See, I don't have one
dewback.
of those.
A dewback, boy.
You give me that, and I'll give you a tauntaun.
Oh, see, I can't do that, man. That's the only one I got.
Luke got one of the tauntauns.
Yeah, didn't that bad boy only come in one set?
The dewback, I believe. The tauntaun has been released once or twice.
Yeah, the dewback
yeah.
came in one Moss Isley whatever set.
Yeah.
There's 2 different tauntauns, and the one we have came in 2 different sets. It came in the Hoth Echo base, and it came in the regular Echo base.
Wait, there's a dewback in the UCS set?
In the UCS Moss Isley or the Cantina, yeah.
Then I have that.
Have you not opened it?
Yeah, I just don't know where it's at. I took it apart because I don't have room to display it.
Oh, well then, yeah, you definitely have one.
Yeah, isn't that the only set it came in?
Yeah, I believe so.
What, the dewback?
Yeah.
You know, I almost don't want to show it because it's probably covered in dust, but
Oh,
dude, that was an epic build, that Cantina.
yeah, I really liked it.
And
See,
a lot
Cameron,
of little subsets.
I'm going to pause this build real quick and let Tori catch up. I'm going to show you something, all right? This is what happens when I go to Brickin.
That's what happens when what? He takes apart a set.
He goes to Bricklink, I believe, is what is.
Yeah, he's getting ready to bring a whole hand full of crap.
So do you see these?
That's a lot of blue. Is that all 501st sets? What is that?
Subdividers?
Oh,
Is that where you wrote down all your life regrets? And
All right. These are tackle boxes. Let me show you something. So, see that?
is this your Star Wars army you're building?
The bottom's all droids. The next section is all 187. This top is nothing but Hoth Rebel soldiers. The next one is the Luke, Leia, and Obi-Wan from Hoth. then I have like, I think all of this is Rebels characters because there's a Thrawn in here.
I like as you're collecting them, you're sorting them like that, though. It's nice.
I'm pretty sure all this is like Rebels era characters.
Bro, that's the money right there. That's the money shot.
This is a quarter of what I have Clone Wars wise because there's like Ahsoka, Cody, Darth Maul. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 501st in here. Like, there's that. Then this is another box with nothing but clones. There's just like random legions of clones that I've kept together. This is all first order.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
And then I have these two, which are, this looks like bounty hunters. Because there's a couple IG-11s, there's a couple Bobas.
This looks like a fun mock already. Damn.
This right here is nothing but like original trilogy. And I still have 5, 6, 7, 13 more boxes like over there.
Dude, that many minifigs, I don't understand how you don't have a Star Wars mock.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the castle came first.
Because the castle came first. Can't argue with that. Yeah, I've definitely got some mocks that I want to do, but I'm going to have to do them on smaller scales just because I want to do them, and I don't have time to do something on a large scale. Like the two little Camino or, Phase 1 clone. I have a Camino mock and like some Phase 1 clones just marching through the woods. I made those just because I was dying to use clones.
Yeah.
And I put those together while putting Hoth together.
So I had the city, and the city was just supposed to be like a, all right, I'm doing this in the meantime as a distraction while I buy pieces type thing.
Yeah.
And then I had the idea, Marvel was really big at the time. I was a huge Marvel fan, or I still am. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do a Marvel city. So any Marvel set that came out that could be in a city, I had to buy.
I mean, your Marvel City looks, your Marvel City was badass. It was sweet.
I wish I would have displayed it more and just spent more time with it being built before I tore it all apart just to start the castle. But what I would like to do, this is what I was telling Cameron about a little while ago, Macro. Let me know what you think. So I watched a video today, and the video was about a guy's mock that he was building. And as he's building the mock, he's telling you a story. Not really like how I did it, or how I'm doing the castle, where I'm like, hey, this week I did this type thing. But he's telling you a story of what is going on. I think that I might try to do that in the Star Wars mock.
How big is his mock and how big is the story, I guess, would be my next.
Well, see, his mocks were only like maybe 5 or 6 16 by 16 plates. And everything that like advanced with the story, the thing changed.
Hey, cheers, David. That's actually a very cool idea. And even if you got a massive medieval theme, there's a story about the tavern, a story about the merchant shop, a story about the joust tournament. There's always a story about. That's interesting. That's an interesting concept for sure.
Well, there was I did a joke for a while that in the castle, every soldier is going to have a first and last name and a backstory, and there's going to be a quiz at the end, and you got to tell me what's going on.
What do I win for a prize? That's gonna be one hell of a prize.
If you get an A+, I'll give you the castle.
I wouldn't go that far because there's going to be one person with OCD to the next level that will get it right.
Yeah, I have to do some digging because I won't remember.
Yeah, he'll be telling you what your score was.
Yeah, I'll be like, wait, what was this guy's name? I'll see you later, Tyler. Take it easy and have a good night. Yeah, I don't. I just would like So when I was building the castle, I had an idea of every like new video I posted. The first like minute and a half of it was going to be a stop motion of about like what was going on in the castle. But I realized how long it takes to do a stop motion, and I cannot do a stop motion, so I squashed that idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of editing. That's the downfall, like especially, day job first and foremost, right? Build time, just shooting the video and then editing on top of it. The editing gets cut real quick, I find.
Yeah, I watched a guy spend almost 5 hours shooting and editing like a 30-minute section. I mean, a 30-second section.
That's a true passion, your hobby. But that cuts into my build time, and I got too many projects on the go. I got too many things I'd like to see come to fruition.
Exactly.
Other hobbies, that's another big one. So I don't got 8 hours to spend editing a video when I got other hobbies.
I don't have too many other hobbies anymore. I quit doing it a lot. I still
Garden, household maintenance, vehicles.
I have vehicles, but I'm a mechanic by trade, so that's what I do every day.
You like your toys, though. I've been watching you long enough. You got a couple toys kicking around.
Oh yeah, I started buying Black Series.
You want to give us some
Okay.
or something? What do you want me to do?
What about like street racing vehicles and that stuff? Did you do some of that?
Just take up from
Like real life, or
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have a 53 Chevy truck, and I have a 2016 STI.
There you go. Even just waxing that and keeping that stuff maintained and oil changes and tip top, like it all adds up, right? So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, to do the 8-hour editing, damn.
I couldn't do it.
And staring at a screen for 2 hours, not to offend anyone, but it kind of pisses me off, let alone 8 hours later.
I like the hobby of building it more than I would the hobby of editing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I'd rather build it. Whether it's my own design, a set, whatever. I'd rather build the next set. I don't want to review nothing. I don't got time for that crap. There's enough people out there doing it. Go watch them.
That's what I was about to say. I was doing reviews at first, and then I realized that I was having to Google what certain stuff was. Like, I bought this sounds like funny when I think about it because how blind I was. But I bought that haunted house and didn't even know it was an amusement ride until I was putting it together. I was like, why the hell does this thing have a car in the middle of it? But it was a drop, and I didn't know it.
And there's enough people out there doing all that type of stuff, and they've been doing it for a while. I'm not there. I'm going to focus on my own imagination, and that's what I want to share. That's what I'm doing, right?
Oh, yeah. And also, let's be real. By the time that one of us gets a Lego set, there's somebody out there in a land somewhere that's already got it and already reviewed it.
Oh, 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
A month at a time. Yeah, you're right.
I'll still do, one of the things I'll always do and never stop is the Brick Mania reviews. I haven't built one in a little while, but I was kind of against reviews, period. And there's certain Brick Mania sets that are kind of harder to get. And there's a set that is actually they've retired it now, and it's actually really hard to get. But if you go on YouTube, I'm actually one of 2 people that have even got the set, or not got it, but reviewed it. So anytime it comes to one of those sets, I'll always review it and I'll always show them love just because I like those guys a lot. Those are some really cool guys.
They look like very cool sets. I mean, they aren't damn expensive, but very cool looking sets.
They are very expensive.
I was going to say, yeah, when I say expensive, I'm talking, you thought Lego was bad, times it by about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. There was a jet that I really wanted at Brick Fair, and I kept contemplating buying it, and it was $650, I believe. And I kept putting it off. And I finally looked at my buddy Justin, and I was like, "Screw it!" I was like, "If I don't get it, I'm going to go back home and hate myself." And I was like, "So I'm just going to go buy it." And I went and bought it.
How many piece was that?
I don't know. It's right here. It's not a small set.
So we're
Yeah,
saying
you got that.
650 American. That's about 850 Canadian.
So it has a stand and a plate. But all the pieces on it are printed.
I remember some of your videos about this one. Isn't that the Ghost or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, goes to
All
yeah.
the pieces up top are printed, or they're either like layered. I mean, it's a hefty set. There's stuff though, like, don't get me wrong, it's expensive, and there's a lot of like let's be real. When you get a Lego set, the Lego sets are built. A lot of the techniques they use are for like that are all. There's not an 18 plus set that a kid couldn't put together. I guess is what I'm getting at. Like none of them.
Yeah, a decent smart kid, even at age 8 or 9, a decent smart kid would be able to figure it out for sure.
Brickmania uses some techniques that like require, like the B17. You can't put that together using one person. You have to have more than one person to do that.
Wow. Okay.
There's no way that you could physically hold that weight up and attach those wings.
Good to know. They got some details for sure in their sets. They get those details right. That's what I like about them. One day I might buy one coming up down the road, but man, pricey.
I know YouTube needs to start paying more.
Yeah. Start with my day job. My day job needs to keep up with inflation.
So what do you do for a day job, if you don't mind telling people?
Hey, no problem. I am a ticketed and red seal cabinet maker.
Oh, that's right. I do remember seeing that.
Yeah, so I put kitchens, bathrooms, countertops in your house, reno, new houses. I'll make you furniture, armoires, desks, computer desk, gaming setup, little cubbies. The desk you see on pirate ships where you roll it open and it has like 15 drawers that come out with little box joints. You got to pull this one out before this one opens up type stuff.
Yeah. So do you work for a company or you do all that?
I'm my incorporated company. I work for myself, I guess you could say. It's a one-man show, and then what I do is I just farm myself out to all the bigger companies. There's a couple of them, but there's one that keeps me super busy, and then they have like literally every home builder in the city. So I just back my truck up to suburbia to a new house that's under construction, back up my truck, unload my tools, slam in a kitchen, 3 bathrooms. Way you go.
That's a really good trade to have, though.
I mean, a lot of our trades, even yours, like a drill's a drill, right?
Yeah.
Like I might not be able to, especially if I don't got the equipment or the time, be able to like say have the know-how to drop a transmission or pull the engine to do this or that. But I can do a lot of vehicle maintenance. You might not have the know-how to do this and that, but you can definitely screw cabinets together, level them off, and slam them in your garage, no problem, right?
The coolest thing that I've learned about being like a trade like that is having friends in the trade. Is if you're doing cabinets and I'm a mechanic, there's always going to be a trade-off.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a trade.
You buy the materials and I'll do the labor.
Yeah, and that's why it's a trade. Even down the road, right? Like,
yeah.
Even down the road, even if you don't got the materials, that's dude. I don't got the shoes. I don't got whatever else you need. But I'll trade you for a couple of sheets of plywood, and then I'll get this done for you, right?
Yeah.
That's how it started. That's how barter started before money was even around.
I've traded putting people's floors in, or a few of the 2 people that do my tattoos. Most of my tattoos, I've traded stuff for them.
I've got a buddy who owns a comic book store, and he has some pretty sick tattoos, and his tattoo artist loves comic books. So what he does is every once in a while, when he has a comic that he's willing to let go of that's like a reasonable price, he might trade like a $400 comic for like a $300 tattoo type thing.
Oh yeah.
I said it's always good to have friends because friends are going to help you out a lot more than a business will.
Oh yeah, friends give it to you for like almost straight across. Well, trade or value. They're not adding the third person middleman markup, right?
Well, all
That's
I'm
what
hearing
business
is you
business
can
has their
build,
overhead and shit.
you can build cabinets. Cameron can do floors, and Gene's an architect. Why don't we just go into business?
I'm not too many steps off from just going in and full buying houses, like infills, buying an old house, knocking her down, rebuilding it.
There was a guy I met down here a couple years ago, and when I met him, we became pretty good buddies. But I'll never forget one of the first things that he ever told me was, I still talk to him online now, but he was joking. He said, "Don't fall in love with me, man. I'm not sticking around for long." He goes all over the country. He'll find a house and buy it and move into it. He's single, has no kids, and while he's living there, he renovates the house. Then he sells it.
I had a friend that did the exact same thing, but he'd pull up his RV behind the house after he lived in it for a year for the tax purposes or whatever, capital gains. And then he'd knock the house down, live in his RV behind it. He'd start by building a 4-car garage because that's his cabinet shop, the plumbing shop. If you wanted to do any metal work, whatever, you could do it all out of that little garage that he'd set up first. And he'd just drag all that crap out and start building houses. Divide one house into two is what we do over here.
Yeah, so the really cool part of that is when you understand
Friends leave you in the green room. Chef, oh my goodness, are you suffocating back there?
There we go.
Read the private chat.
Cheers, Chef.
Chef, if I put you straight on the stream the minute you came in there, you'd think something was wrong.
I figured. I've been here a while.
Oh, man. Were you sending Instagram messages, Chef?
Yeah.
Damn.
Were you?
He doesn't pay attention to that either.
You didn't send me a message. Why?
No, not yet. But you checked it after we said it, though, finally.
I did.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another piece, see if I got this rebuilt properly.
So this is like one of the things that's similar to that kind of happened. So the other day, Haley texts me and she's at work and she's like, I drove the Toyota. And I'm like, okay. She says, I don't know where the keys are to the Pilot. I can't find them. Blah, blah, blah. Like I looked everywhere for them. I just can't find them.
That's the good stuff.
So I remember throwing my book bag down on the table after she was home because sometimes I take my laptop to work and I put it in one of those like laptop book bag things.
Yeah.
And I remember throwing it on the table. And she was like, well, I bet you threw your book bag on top of it. And that's why I couldn't find it. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, man, like after she said that the whole day, I was like, well, maybe I did throw my book bag on her keys. Like, I was starting to feel bad. So I get home, like the first thing I do is like lift my book bag up and they're not under there. And they're sitting on a plate beside them. And I was like, I'm in the clear.
Score.
Well, at least you found them.
If not, she'd probably still be looking for him. She's a good hider. She's not a good finder.
Everything has a home. It wants to go back to its home.
Oh man, that's like me when I go on vacation. I'll hide my car keys. Depends where I'm going. I'll hide some jewelry and shit. For the next month, I'm looking for jewelry. For the next 2 weeks, I'm looking for car keys. Good thing I got a backup under the sink wired there. Every time I'll hide something on myself. I'm hiding it on someone else, but I end up hiding it on my damn self.
I do that.
If someone were to break in, they would find it, no problem.
Yeah, that's probably the issue too. They would. That's the ultimate truth. They would find it no problem. Here, I'm looking for it for another 3 weeks. All right. Well, I think it's back together.
I have my car starts with like a key fob, like it doesn't actually have a key. I drove all the way to work one day and was like, I went to go cut my car off and I realized I was like, I don't know where my key is. And I
Oh,
started
no.
thinking, I was like, if I cut my key off, I won't be able to start my car back up. So I'm like looking all over the place, like looking in the seat, looking in the cup holder. I was like, where in the world is it? And it was in my pocket.
Crazy. At least it wasn't at home. Crazy technology.
I was like, way to go.
Well, I know someone who has, for whatever reason, they got a kill switch in their vehicle. So they turn the ignition off, and then they'll reach under wherever the dashboard and they'll flip a switch. So even if you got their key, you cannot start their vehicle unless you know where this switch is to turn their vehicle on. Well, for the life of them, their vehicle wouldn't start one day, and they couldn't figure it out, right? I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? They couldn't figure it out. And like a week later, they're like, oh, the stupid kill switch I installed. I flipped the switch, turned the key, boom, there it goes.
Redneck anti-theft system.
Yeah.
But it always sucks
Not
when it
even you can
backfires
steal
and you
your own
can't do it.
car.
Yeah.
Us rednecks, we forget all the damn time. Damn.
I've been there, done that. Why don't you have an ignition? Oh, I popped that out.
I forgot exactly. The car officer, the car's not stolen. I just forgot my keys at home about 4 months ago.
I lost my keys and needed to get to work.
Ain't that the thing? So how is this set, the Indiana Jones? I asked because that's going to be starting this weekend.
So I built the Pharaoh thing 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I forgot the set number is 71013, but I forgot what it's called. It was actually a really cool set. I like how everything has its little playability. And then I started to build this one, which is the Golden Temple, and this thing blew my mind. Like, there's a lot of stuff that this thing does.
Yeah, I guess so.
The new mold hairpiece for Indy that's got like his hair under his hat to make him look young is really cool.
I haven't built that piece yet.
Are those stickers on all those tiles?
No, well, it's half and half. All the tiles in the front, like let me blow this up.
Oh,
so all of these are not. They're printed.
What about the face tiles by the ones that would blow the dart there by the actual temple or by the actual golden idol?
All these?
Yeah, they're using like all the little brick pieces to make faces there. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, the other faces like this one is actually a sticker.
Yeah, damn, okay.
There's a couple stickers in here, but there's not. It doesn't bother me. It's one of those type of things. Like I understand why. If they were to have printed all these pieces, that might have been a big thing.
Was the R2 and C3PO sticker?
Huh?
Hey, Macro,
Not put that.
Macro, that's all the stickers in the set right there.
Oh, damn, okay, decent amount.
Yeah, but it's not horrible for the number of pieces.
No.
Richard, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm looking now to where it went. That
Another 18 plus set.
you know,
What the hell did I just do with that piece?
I thought that what you were talking about was with the pharaohs.
No, there should be with that Indiana Jones set. There should be a little piece that's got like some other hieroglyphics at the top and the bottom, and in the middle is a little C3PO and an R2.
On the Golden Idol set?
That's the new
Yeah.
Indiana Jones set, isn't it?
There's
Yeah.
3 of them.
The UCS one, the big diorama. That's the one you're building, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't see the sticker you're talking about.
I swear it's in that set.
And it's in the movie.
And it's on the ride.
I swear it's in that set. I know I saw something.
It's been
Well, I
such a-
know, like, now that you say it, I know what you're talking about, but I don't see it. I thought it was in this Pharaoh thing, but I don't see it in here either.
It's in the.
Hieroglyphics.
I feel like it's in the farther right side of that set when it's facing the camera. So you're left. You're right.
Here?
Other side. Turn it around.
There?
Let me get my eye on it.
Mm-mm.
So there's not even a space sticker for that.
Huh.
Because the stickers... Yeah, there's not even a sticker for that. What you're talking about, I believe... Yeah, it's on this set. It's right here.
Oh, it's on the Pharaoh one. The Sphinx.
It's on the Pharaoh. It goes on the side of the thing. But it's a sticker. It's not a printed piece.
That poor dog's looking guilty before it's charged. He's just waiting for you to drop a piece.
Oh, I know.
She's definitely a beggar.
She's up here begging for her brother down here.
Yeah, Charlie's behind me.
She's the designated beggar.
Is the new set that came out 77015?
Together.
Yes, but what you are looking at is 77013. The sticker's in that set.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You up here trying to confuse me.
It was working. It was working.
I know. I was like, I remember putting on all these stickers. I've only got 2 faces left, and it wasn't on here. Cameron just wants that sticker to put it in a mock.
You know, they say that the entire Indiana Jones franchise is just a dream that Han Solo had.
That's a good one.
Well, I mean, you do realize all the movies were kind of a dream after number 5 anyway, because he was shot and killed by Greedo.
Richard asked, "What is Cameron building?"
I'm building the new throne room.
First, I was like, I didn't ask him what he was building. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
the Richard. Yeah, the
Not
Richard.
asking him today.
That Richard is also in the lug.
Oh.
Everybody in here lugged up.
That's right. Can't do
Speaking
Lego.
of lugged up, when are we going to see some lug bulk?
Do what?
When are we going to see some lug bulk?
That I don't know.
We're sending our payments in. I've sent mine in.
I'm paying for Richards.
I still don't have the like. I don't know now that I've got what's coming. I don't know that I have a use for those minifigs, but
I didn't get any minifigs.
what?
Yeah, I didn't get any minifigs last year either.
Why?
Because it's not what I'm building.
Man.
I like that.
Like
answer.
you didn't buy any minifigs last year at all, like for any theme or nothing.
Well, the only ones in lug bulk were the Falcons.
You're welcome, by the way.
And you didn't buy those?
And I'm not doing an army, so no.
Oh wow! Hey, kudos to you, man. That's saving some dollars, no doubt.
I
mean,
wouldn't
He
bother
still
you.
spent the dollars in other areas.
Well, I agree with that. You know, if you don't need it, don't buy it. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Put it to where it's more use. You bought the stormtroopers or whatever you needed. Right
I'll
on.
tell you right now that y'all are doing Lego all wrong if y'all are not buying stuff y'all don't need.
Yeah, you gotta buy it and sit on it.
I'm
You
I
might
got a
not-
whole garage full of that, Richard.
Do what?
I got a whole garage full.
I know. I have a whole basement down here.
Macros probably got a whole house full.
It's getting to be that way. I definitely got sets that I thought I was going to sell, then I thought I was going to build, and now I'm looking at them for pieces, and I don't know. It's we all know how the Lego hobby is. It is what it is, but it's a collector's paradise, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like, are we collectors or are we hoarders?
or hoarders?
Collectors, hoarders, builders, artists for sure.
Well, here, let's break this down. What is the difference between a collector and a hoarder?
Isn't that like tomato?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is one.
A collector can still open all his household doors and walk around on clear footpaths.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't fit.
No. I can
A
open the
hoarder,
door.
you have to move stuff for a half hour before you open up a door.
I have to admit though, my house is now becoming decorated by Lego. I don't have much of any other decorations out besides Lego.
It's now the Halloween decorations, the Christmas decorations, the Thanksgiving
Halloween,
decorations.
Easter, you name it. It's decoration.
Everything I have is in this room.
Well, I can't say the same. I have an office upstairs, and it has the Mickey Mouse, the two big art things, the Mickey and Minnie beside each other. Everything botanical is in the living room.
Oh wow!
We've got architecture in the living room, plus 2 period display pieces. Like A-frame is in there for a few months now. A-frame Kevin. Then in the dining room, we've got botanical stuff.
And the truck.
Oh, and the old truck.
The old truck's upstairs in the living room.
Nice.
Yeah, in here, this is obviously her modular wall. And what you can't see up there is a huge collection of brickheads. That's her seasonal decorations. So, like, you got Valentine's here, Christmas there. I mean, July 4th over there. She'll pull them down. The bride and groom are right up here.
And so is the London Towers.
And this is kind of the TV movie section over on this side, with the Mickey and Minnie, the Muppets, the Muppets.
Let's not even talk about the front bedroom. The 4 guests who come to visit get all the construction sites.
That's the front bedroom's the Technic construction equipment.
The guest guys sleep on the blow-up mattress in the living room now.
Yeah.
And then the basement is
the store.
500,000 pieces in the store, and then
wow,
we got about 250 pounds not sorted in the basement, and another 800 in the garage, and another 500 in the front bedroom, not sorted.
Y'all sound like y'all are complaining on this, and I've tried to help y'all countless times.
Nope.
No, I find it very hilarious, actually.
That's upon sets.
I'd probably come down and give you a hand too.
Well, after July, when we get back from the trip, Chef, you're welcome because I'll be home all the time now.
Hey, I'll come give you a hand. But I don't
See what I mean, Chef? They don't trust us in there when they're not there. We have to be like adult supervision, like we're some kid or something.
I'm not even sure I trust my own children.
Look, right here, it does not say stupid.
Exactly.
Nor online.
1 for you, 2 for me.
What happens when you see Mr. Gould in that bulk lot?
I told them, I said it's not stealing from their store if they haven't put in their inventory yet.
Right.
I am looking forward to retiring to be able to do it full time.
But the downside is she thought she was going to get to sleep till noon and work in her pajamas. And I informed her the new boss was going to be watching on cameras to make sure she was at work by 9. She's got
a uniform.
Dress code that includes the store shirt.
He's getting rough.
I have a feeling the big boss is going to get the middle finger soon.
Yeah, no.
You didn't see where she was going.
Might have already did.
Sounds like an employee walkout to me.
Gene, let me explain this to you. I know you're older than me, but women have this thing that if you're really nice, you get it sometimes. And the more you're mean to them, the more you don't get it. And it's something that you actually really want a lot. So you might want to be nice. But I'm not sure. I don't know how that goes with employees. I'm pretty sure that's frowned upon.
Yeah, that's just a
She,
joke.
she manages to tell everybody that she's sleeping with the boss.
Boss secretary role playing.
Yeah, I get it. I get the secretary award. I get the administrator award.
Who's my bad employee?
Yeah. Delinquent Employee Award.
You got it.
The delinquent one.
Speaking of that, I gotta go do laundry.
Sir, I screwed up inventory. What can I do to make it better?
Anything you want.
I still I've joked so many times about opening a Bricklink store, but I just don't know if I could. Like, I don't have the self-control.
I have been picking pieces for brick in weeks.
Oh yeah, self-control and the time. Even if you had the self-control and you got those 18 sets on sale, you had the time to break them down, the time to sort them out. Then you got to have the time to pull the pieces back, just like you sorted them out. How painful was that? Then you got to have the time to back sort them into an envelope to mail them to someone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a full-time job right there.
See, the thing
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, but not for a lot of that. A lot of that's just in how you got it organized. We broke down 30 some sets on a Saturday, and they weren't 30 of the same. It was like 8 different sets. There were 30 of them combined. And it was a Saturday. We broke them all down, sorted them all out, and had them in inventory on Sunday. So 2 days we had all that stuff in. It was, I don't know, 8,000 or 10,000 pieces.
That's ultimate. You have to have a definite decent setup. There's also a 2-man crew working for you. But that's like, how long were you doing that? Like all day Saturday, all day Sunday to get to Sunday night? Like, sounds like a lot of pieces. And even just sorting out 1x1 studs, 2x2 plates, 1x4 bricks. That's a lot of work that most people don't even know that comes with it.
Yeah, that's true. But again, once you develop a pattern for doing it, we have a pre-sort we do. Like, all of the big plates go in one tub to start with. You don't try to micro sort it from the beginning. So you throw all your big plates in one shoebox, all your 2x plates in the shoebox, all your 1x plates in the shoebox, and same thing with bricks. 2x bricks in the shoebox, 1x in the shoebox, and then you take that shoebox later and you sort it down, and it goes fast.
Okay.
It goes really fast when you learn that.
Hey, tip the trade. Now we know.
Hey,
I
Chef.
do it by color.
Chef,
look at that.
remember when we performed the heist to take shoeboxes?
Okay.
If you're not watching Bearded Bricks, you wouldn't have got those insider tips right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I've seen Gene and Tori inventory and sort stuff, and then I've got another buddy who has a Lego store, and I've seen the way he does it, and they both do it different. But what's insane to me is just the amount of time it takes to do what they do.
And quick, you better be quick with the hands too, man. You got to be eyesight, quick with the hands. Not think twice.
Yeah. It's good hand-eye coordination is critical. But you don't want to be handling stuff 3 and 4 times.
Yeah. It's time consuming. And then my poor wife, she don't know what pieces are, and I just hand her a bucket and say, here you go.
Good luck.
Yep.
That's the best way.
But what we found out is we love doing it. It gives us time together. I mean, we'll sit down there sorting and just get talking about different things. Like, we got this big trip coming up into June. And we sit around talking for a couple hours. Next thing you know, you've got 15 sets sorted.
Or that it's 1:30 in the morning and you're going, oh, it's bedtime.
Well, there is that.
That's a problem. Okay.
How many more days you got left?
41 to June 14th, but only 25 once I walk in the door tomorrow of teaching time. So 25
Nice.
more days of having to deal with the critters.
You said June 14th?
Yeah, that's
That'd be
that's
41
officially the
more.
last day. What, Chef?
That's 41 more days to Brick World.
Yeah, that's right. And then And the retirement get together is the 14th that afternoon.
Are you
Richard,
actually
you going yet?
Do what?
Are you going to Chicago yet?
I sent you my PayPal. I'm just waiting for you to send the money for everything.
Good luck. Crap keeps going around here. I'll be hitchhiking up there.
You pay, I'll provide the vehicle.
You provide the vehicle. We'll get to West Virginia on the gas money I got.
I haven't like. I mean, there's no way I can pull that off. There's just
Yeah,
no-
after this one, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off Virginia.
After this.
Are those the two main ones, Chicago and Virginia?
Yeah.
If it's, I'll end up trying to hit both in 1 year if I can meet more people that way.
How
But if
far?
it was,
How far is Michigan from you?
Like Michigan?
Yeah, from Macro, because Macro's in Canada, right?
Michigan, I don't know about Michigan, but Chicago is like 2,500 miles.
Oh, what part of Canada are you in?
Calgary, Alberta.
Okay.
Cool.
Like way, way towards the Pacific coast.
Yeah.
Still 12 hours from Vancouver, but Toronto, to me, Toronto's closer to you guys. You probably get more of a time relation to that. Toronto from where I'm at is probably about, man, if you drove straight 18, 19 hours nonstop.
How far to Ontario?
Ooh, man, Ontario.
Yeah.
Even just the border, yeah, it'd probably be like, actually, you know what? It might be more than 18, 19 hours. Because for me to get to Regina's 8 hours, Winnipeg's going to be 14 hours. Yeah, for me to Toronto might be like 20, 22 hours.
If we hit we're I think Sault Ste. Marie's right across from Ontario. And I think it's another 3 to 4 hours from us to Ontario to Toronto.
Oh yeah, even just to the border, it'd be a long time.
And if I drive down to Detroit and cut across the river, it's pretty much right there.
2-day trip. I mean, that's going to full across country. And those Great Lakes, whether I'm going into Canada or down into the States, you got to like kind of still wind and jag around the Great Lakes. You can't just like drive, like one.
No. You
So
gotta go around them.
Yeah, that adds a bit. There's all those other little minuscule lakes that break up the roads and stuff. Now you're going up and down, and
Yeah, there's no way I can make it this year at all.
It's a 10-hour drive from here to Chicago.
oh wow,
And
that's for you.
it's probably what, a 12-hour drive for me then.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't drive last year. It's an extra 2 days off work to get there, an extra 2 days off work to get back home, and that's if you don't have a car problem going that far.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And depending on traffic, I can get to Virginia's Brick Fair in 3.5, 4 hours. 1 year I did it in 3.
Virginia's
Nice.
Brick Fair takes me about 5.
I'd go to those ones. Do they got the AFOL days and public days, or is it just kind of straight public days?
No, they got the AFOL days. It starts just like Chicago. It starts on a Wednesday and ends on a Sunday.
I'll do that. You guys see more world, more country, a couple different people.
I really wish that I could go to Chicago. I'm like I said, there's no way with everything that I got going on.
I've seen way more in Chicago than I've ever seen at Virginia.
Hey, there's always next year, Richard. Always 2024. If not that year, the year after that.
Keep putting it off.
Hey, I did till last year. And if it wasn't for macro, I would have never went.
It's a nice vacation. Like for me, I'll probably like you'll eventually be like I feel like you'll be like a dude or like a Lego Friends vacation where like I'll bring my wife down there once in a while, but if I'm going every year, she won't be coming with me every year. Just like once to see the city, go out for dinner a couple times. But for the most part, even this year, she wanted to come with me this year, but it's like no, I want to hang out with people. I want to like do my nerdy thing. I don't want to be making sure you're entertained, that you're not hungry, that you're not bored. You know, I want to do my thing and just hang out and meet people. I don't want to have to always worry about you over my, and no disrespect, I don't want to have to about like her on my back shoulder. Like, are you okay? What are you doing tonight? So
Why are we sitting here playing a game?
Haley
yeah,
is
exactly that too.
Haley's been to some local, like smaller shows. She's never been to anything big, but this year there is a in Raleigh, which is like our capital. There's a show that I'm supposedly taking the city and the castle and setting it up. And if I do that, I've told her she's got to come help.
Oh, she'll come help. She'll be your right hand man, woman.
The thing is, like she acts like she doesn't like it until she gets involved. That's how she is, though.
That's how they all are.
I was going to say that's all of us.
There are exceptions.
You got something stuck in your throat there, Tori?
Yep, just a little corn, popcorn husk.
I thought so.
Are you off the clock or on the clock right now?
Oh, I'm not on the clock at all. I'm not, retired yet. I'm just playing.
All right, so workman's comp's not an issue.
Nope, no workman's comp. This would just be a sick day if needed, for tomorrow.
Have y'all talked about that? What's vacation and sick days look like?
I hadn't talked about that yet.
Okay, so we're all good.
The picture.
Hopefully you get paid vacations.
Yeah, what's the Jean? Does she get paid vacation?
Um,
And if so, is it the same days that you get, or does someone need to be there while you're out?
Oh, good question.
Good question, Cam.
That was really good.
yeah,
I can plan my vacations around y'all's. I'm just saying.
Oh, Richard.
Richard, Brick Fair, Virginia. If you message me, I can send you info for it. I can also send you the info for the one in Raleigh. The Chicago one, I don't really have info on because I'm not going. But the Raleigh one should be near you. Virginia is not going to be near you at all.
How do you find out about them? I just Google literally Brick Fair and Brick World, and they'll probably start.
Well, the one in Raleigh is Brick Universe.
Yeah. There you go. Brick Universe, Brick Fair, Brick World, and they'll show one will probably lead to another as well. You'll get so many conventions and dates and what's going
Don't
on.
forget Brick Rodeo.
Atlanta BrickCon.
There you go. Hey, Richard, it just means you got to hang out more on YouTube here.
Well, he's been on vacation at Disney, so
Where's Richard at?
he was just at Disney. He's back now.
Where's he live?
South Carolina. He's in the lug.
Oh, okay.
I wish I was in a lug. Damn.
Macro, we should start our own lug.
Yeah, we should.
Y'all could be in our lug. It's just you're not anywhere around.
These are the coolest eyes they've given the Emperor.
Some kind of internet YouTube Brick World lug.
Is he double-sided
Make them
head?
big. Make them big.
Richard's in Columbia, South Carolina.
Hold on, Cam. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a double-sided figure. And I just
Oh, they
put it
didn't give him the gray head like normal?
No, they gave him some skin tone.
Man,
Look at those eyes. Hold
I
on.
know.
Look at the bookcase.
Those eyes are big.
What's that?
Yeah, they
I
were.
love it.
A whole new
them.
meaning for round eye.
Mhm.
Usually they stick him with, actual pupils.
Yeah, they give him that dark gray head though, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Like, there's 2 older ones. And then there's the new head.
Those are cool minifigs.
That's pretty cool.
I'd buy the set just for the minifig.
All right, Chef, give me $80 and I'll give you the minifig.
Now I can use some pieces somewhere else.
No, you
Yeah,
can't use those.
exactly.
Come on now, Chef. You wouldn't use those at all. I'm trying to
Are you
save
sure?
I'm trying to save you space, sorting time. I'm trying to be a good friend.
I'm trying to help you to help me out.
Exactly.
Come on, Chef. We
And
do it
Haley
for
probably
him.
bought it for you.
I wonder if I can get her to.
Get him animals for the castle.
He needs some cows.
Yeah, so
You
listen
need
to
some
this.
cows too.
I don't know how many people on this stream right now has decided to ever do anything with farm animals, but let me tell you what. I don't know what it is, but screw the whole goat thing. Lego in general with farm animals. A damn cow is $50.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Where are
The
you
black and
looking?
white cows are $50.
Oh, the black and white ones, yeah, because you're buying them on the aftermarket, though.
No, those are Lego.
You can buy them at like shop at home.
I think I got them for $10 a piece last year in Virginia.
Now you can buy the
But they were
brown
missing
ones,
horns.
the brown and the tan ones.
From Lego Shop at Home, yeah. Those are going to be the best bang. If you got to get ones that were the later years, I think I bought my last black and white one. It was in Chicago. I think it was like $30-$40. That friggin' SOB might have been $50. I can't remember.
Yeah, animals are a hot commodity, and it blows my mind.
Especially if they start to make them in different colors. Hey, watch that sheep with that hairpiece. If they don't continue to make that, you know that's going to be the next goat.
$36 on Macari.
There you go. Chef already called it. He already knows. He already knows. They're going up already.
I have some good friends that own a Bricklink store that are going to end up with the cows in the end, but they're hooking me up right now, so that's all I needed. I've got the cows that I need.
But that was the thing, the hindsight, like back in the day when those black and white cows were there. I mean, if we knew what we knew now, yeah, you would have bought 20 of them back then. But we didn't. Now we're stuck buying 20 of the goofy brown and tan color cows, right? Same with the horses. Those black horses are hard to find.
No, the black horses aren't hard to find. I got like 70 of them things here.
Well, not off Lego Shop at Home. I can get every other color horse except for the black ones. If I want the black ones, I got to pay an extra $3 a horse. I'm not into that.
There's a guy that owns a Bricklink store that's in our lug, and I bought all the horses he had from him at one time with a discounted price.
You talking about Clack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still need them, Macro. I think I've got 6 to 10 of them around here.
Hey, I'll trade or I'll buy if you're letting them go. Especially if their legs aren't all wobbly in the hips.
No, they're not. They're almost new.
My legs are all wobbly in the hips.
Oh, you got the use and abuse horses. Damn.
No, I'm talking about me. myself.
He's got them horses that have been ridden.
Road horse, put away wet.
No, I think Richard was talking about himself, not the
Yeah, I'm talking about me.
I've been looking for the painted ones.
Which ones?
Oh, wow. That's like, what do you call that? Man, they're like
Old-time,
teepee Islanders. The Islander horses.
Yeah, and the TP set from Lone Ranger.
Hey, I have 4 of the Lone Ranger horses.
Horse like that, Chef. I've never seen a horse like that, man. Yeah, that. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Very cool. Those are prized collectors for sure.
Chef, I got 4 of the horses from the Lone Rangers.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a good deal on the teepees.
I don't have the
I
TV.
have
don't
one
find this light
white.
off. This thing just glow all the time.
It's gonna be done in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No.
One
Oh, look, he's got a white one. Red saddle.
one with a red saddle. Look at that.
That's a nice one. It's not even yellowed.
I've got a bunch of the white ones. All right, look at this. Once again, a random bag. There's deer, horses,
It was planted there on purpose.
ducks, dogs, cats, sharks, alligators.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Oh my! There's an octopus in there.
I got one of those.
What color? Dark red or
Burgundy.
black?
Burgundy.
Oh, burgundy. Nice.
There's no color called burgundy.
It's dark red.
Dark
Black
red.
octopus.
Say.
I've got the coolest shark there is. I've got the zombie shark from the Pirates of the Caribbean set.
That is the coolest.
Silent Mary or whatever the hell.
Yeah, we were at Brick Fair last year, and the guy pulls out Silent Mary next to me, brand new in the box. And I was like, "What are you gonna do with that?" He's like, "I'm gonna take it up to the yard sale and sell it." I was like, "How much?" He was like, "I don't know. I'm thinking like $200." I was like, "Sold right now. You ain't got to go up there." I was like, "Don't even worry about it. I will buy it."
Yep.
Yeah, I fell through on the bait shop on that deal.
Yeah, he had the bait shop, was willing to let it go for like 200.
$250.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, right. He walked away with it and he sold it for $250.
So would that sell for an American originally? So if it was $250, it would have been like what, 160 American?
I think you can't find it for less than $600.
But when it first initially was on shelves,
$220.
oh wow, that's a good deal then. Couple bucks.
So which one are you talking about, Jeff? Is it the fishing village?
No,
Yeah.
it's the bait shop.
No, it's the fishing shack.
Oh yeah, or the fishing shack, whichever you want to call it. Why, do you have one lying around?
No.
Yes. There's one in there in the bag.
Are you serious?
In the fishing village. That's one Yammoville.
Yeah.
Antoine's bait shop.
That'll keep you busy for a while. You got to sort it all out.
I don't like how this light works in this.
Is it a push brick?
Yeah, but it stays on if it's very easy to turn on and not so easy to turn off. It's like me.
It's like me.
Like how you had to throw that in there?
Well, you know, the more you know.
The more you know, the better you love Richard.
And now we know the rest of the story.
And we have sympathy for poor Haley.
What step are you on?
Oh, that's too funny.
Have you
I'm
made it
still on
past?
bag- I'm almost done with bag 6.
Oh, you're nowhere near the light.
I got 2 loads of laundry done. It's jean day this week. I had to wash jeans, so I have some more jeans to wear.
Hey, jean day is better than underwear day.
That's the truth.
My boss would agree with that.
So would all my students. It's Kraus. What you wearing? Well, they said for this wear day.
I don't wear jeans to work.
I don't usually, but since it's Teacher Appreciation Week, we get to wear jeans all week. Jeans should matter on how you teach.
Richard, Tori saw a shirt tonight in one of the pop-up feeds on Facebook. It's a T-shirt that says, "I'm retired. I'll talk to you, but I'll charge you a consulting fee."
I want to retire one day.
I
You
probably won't ever do that.
I probably won't either, to be honest.
Oh shit.
That sounded like you broke it.
Hey, it can't be worse than the minifigure that's missing an arm and the one that has a broken hand. I don't even know how that happens. Damn.
So the rubber band in this is too tight.
Where could you go to get another rubber band?
I used one that's a little looser.
Well, it's the contraption they have is really cool. Like the way they do this is really neat. Oh no, it gets stuck on the thing. I see what's going on.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny.
I see.
Yay, a whole nother jar of parts.
Dude, I really like the new throne room build.
I know. I need to go get it.
Dude, look at that glass on the back.
That glass is like the coolest part about that whole set.
That is so cool.
Wow.
It's almost like
Oh,
Tony Stark's
that is
reactor, you know.
You want to know what Star Wars set I did buy though?
You walk through it.
Oh, I got that.
It took me a while to find it, but I found it.
That's right there.
Oh, nice. I found Buddy's arm.
I guess I'm gonna build this last Indiana Jones set. Richard said he just started on the throne room thanks to you.
Oh, shit, this guy's missing an arm too.
Why do you have all these soldiers missing arms?
Because last Friday, well, true story. Last Friday, I drank way too many wobbly pops, and I stepped on my castle and fell into one side of my Lego city. I've yet to document it. I've yet to document it and show full video footage of it, but damn, what a mess.
Do you have video footage of it?
Oh, it's still in a shambles. Not yet. I could actually shoot the video. It's still in shambles.
I'm not going to
You know
build
what?
that Leia helmet. What I'm going to do is talk to y'all and play on the Brickin to see how much money I can spend. Let's start on History D.
Why Bricklink? Is Bricklink you find more pieces, or the pieces that much more cheaper than Lego Shop at Home?
Depends on the piece.
It just depends.
Because when I go to Bricklink, I get one guy that sells 200, another guy that sells 200, another guy that sells 300. I got to order from 4 different people. Then I got to pay shipping for all these different peeps.
It's a system you have to play.
Okay.
So for instance, like right now is a perfect example. If on Lego's Pick-a-Brick, I have let me pull it up to give you like exact numbers.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right, so on Lego's Pick-a-Brick, for instance, the 16 by 16 plates are $2 and some change on there. On Bricklink, they're like $5. So that to me is like a no-brainer. Like you go with Lego, you just buy them through Lego, call it a day.
Gotcha.
The little ingot pieces, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the ones with like the 1x2 tiles with the rounded edges or eased edges.
Yeah. So on Bricklink, they're like in light bluish gray. They're anywhere from like 11 to 15 cents. Well, they're 4 cents a piece on Lego's website, so that's a no-brainer.
Gotcha.
But and both of those are best sellers, so they should arrive pretty soon. You know nothing about it, blah blah blah. But like for instance, one of the things I need is the what are they called? The 1x6s. So the 1x6s are 1 cent more expensive on Bricklink, and shipping looks like it's going to cost me $10. But I'm also getting 1x4s, which are cheaper than Lego, and I'm also getting the 1x2 by 2/3 slope, which is cheaper on Bricklink.
Like how much cheaper, especially if you have to order it from 4 or 5 people to get the quantity you need.
So 50 of them is
$4
on Lego's website, and 100 of them is $6 on this guy's Bricklink. So all in all, the money is probably equaling out in the shipping.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense that way. You just got to know your part, really. Know your part, know your value.
So what I do is, I've been asked this question before, and this sounds really weird. So I create a wanted list of what I'm building. Like, for instance, in the castle, I'll have, like, I just built all those ballistas. So what I did was I created a wanted list for all the pieces I needed for the ballistas. So then I go through and you can quick buy, put it in a cart, and it'll tell you that this store has it for, let's say, everything you need for $50. Well, I start looking then at the pieces to see the individual prices. Anything that's above like 15 cents, I'll always go to Lego's website to see what they have it for. But the problem with Lego's website is that if it's not a bestseller, then it takes like 4 months to get to me, 7 weeks to get to me.
2.5 for sure.
And that always sucks.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that is, I mean, I've calculated it. Like right now, I did it the other day. If you go to like just out of a random, I mean, not a random store, but a store. So with Gene's store, I've spent almost $3,000. That's $3,000 that I have not got points on.
True.
But the delivery person, she rocks.
There you go. But when you order from Lego and they don't send you your $475 versus of Horse Bardings and Black Falcons on time, you just call it in. And what happens is you get a free second order.
Yes, you're right. You're totally right.
So there's ups and downs, but I don't mind. I hate waiting, but at the same time, if I don't got a tracking number, I'll wait all day.
I agree. I mean, like I said, it's I really do it just off of when I need things, if that makes sense.
True that. But really, if you know your piece, your price, you can jump back and forth between the two sites and find your best deal.
Yeah.
Well, if you develop a relationship with the Bricklink store, like Richard gets a discount from us, he gets a discount from a couple of his other stores too.
I mean, like, yeah, there's times that, I mean, like Gene, for instance, I've got obviously a good relationship with Gene. There's times that I'm like, hey man, you have 2 of these parts. It might only cost 20 cents, but I don't have a cart made. Is there a way you can just hold them in inventory for me or something like that? And that's stuff that always really helps too. When it comes to Lego's website, it's like, so I'll put it this way: 9 times out of 10, anything I have minifigure wise is bought off of Lego's website. All the faces, all the torsos, all the heads, anything in the Falcon army is pretty much coming from Lego itself. But when it comes to bricks, the bricks I normally buy from people.
Or cheaper sorted out. Gotcha.
And it's like it's one of those things like masonry bricks. Here's a prime example. Gene, do you know off the top of your head what a masonry brick part number is?
I can tell you real quick.
Oh, hold on, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll look it up.
Like 14 cents for you guys, maybe cheaper. But...
Hey, Zizou. Not
Zizou,
general everybody, but I gotta go.
98283.
Yes, sir, Chef. Take it easy, man.
All right, bye.
Night, Chef.
Cheers, Chef.
See you, Chef.
Next one, buddy.
So 98283.
Everybody's good. And
So a
Zizi.
masonry brick on Lego's website is 14 cents, right? So you buy 100 of them, it's $14, and you know we're gonna say shipping's free. So right now on Bricklink, there is one of the stores that I shop at very frequently is also here in North Carolina. She has modified bricks. Where are they at? Where are they at? So she has that same masonry brick for 6 cents. So I'm
How many?
literally halving the price, even though I'm paying shipping, but I'm halving the price.
How many does she have for 6 cents though?
219.
Yeah, yeah. I see where you're coming from, but let's say you wanted 1,000 of them.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. You're 100% on that one.
It comes to knowing the whole market and value. Same with investing with Lego. Like if you don't know what you're doing, dude, Lego's gonna take your money and run. You're gonna get stuck with a bunch of these crappy friend sets that are worth nothing. But if you know what you're doing, price per piece per, hey, if I need 250 of them versus if I pay shipping versus if I don't pay shipping and I need 1,000, like it all comes down to you got to know the market and kind of a general idea of what's going on to get your best value.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
For me, I'm a definite person of least path of resistance. So I've probably spent way too much buying from Lego shop at home, knowing I can get a bulk order, clean bricks, one supplier. I don't have to wash this crap. It doesn't smell like a dirty fart when it shows up.
So that's another thing that like I'm cautious of. Like for instance, Gene is the only store that I buy from that's used products.
Everything
about
you
to
have
say
is washed and
the only store
sanitized.
I buy from that has smelly farts.
Yeah, because his used product is still new. He just sorted it. Where some of these people, their used product is like a set that was sitting on their shelves for 8 years, while their cats were like hitting the dumpster.
No, Gene buy. I mean, they buy used sets like that, but they wash them.
All of them.
Everything's
Oh, even
washed
better.
and sanitized.
Even better.
So, like I said, I don't buy. There's very. I mean, of course, there's always going to be pieces that you're not going to get new, like those horses that I bought that Chef was just talking about. I bought some of those for the castle, and you're just not going to find them new because they're non-existent anymore.
But Richard, Macro's also right in that a lot of our used pieces are not used. We don't maintain a used inventory and a new inventory because we just don't have the square footage to do that. We're using 1,300 square feet just for used stock.
Exactly. Like how many of the city hall sets that you got behind you did you break down after you displayed them for 5 years versus you went to Walmart, you bought 8 sets, broke them down, sorted them out, sold them, right?
Yep. That's exactly right. We part out sets all the time, and the parts, unless they're pieces that are sought after as new, we do keep like rubber bands. We've got a huge stock of used ones, but we do have new ones also because some people are afraid to buy used ones. So those we do keep as new. Horse bardings that we just got through the Lego pick and build. The horse bardings are listed as new, but general bricks and plates and slopes, those all go in our used inventory, whether they're new or used.
Right.
And we've got, like I said, when I was talking about parting out those 30-some sets that weekend, that was all new stuff, and it's all on our site listed as used.
Right.
Because there's not enough price differential between new and used to justify spending another $10,000 on drawers.
But all the used products we buy, we do wash and dry.
And we pick through them pretty heavy.
Yep.
And know your buyer, because there's a used Lego store here in the city. They actually got a couple different locations, same name, different locations. And I'll buy, I need Mills plate product, right? So I buy 2x2 bricks and I buy 4x4 plates. And I'll go through all their bricks, which they say they've washed and cleaned. I get it home, dude. I gotta wash and clean it myself. And the color of that water and the smell of a dirty fart after they've said they've washed and cleaned it themselves. To me, like, unless you know your buyer, I'd just rather buy it from Lego shop at home.
I guess
I know where your guys' location is at, Gene, but I gotta start looking into you guys. Maybe your shipping isn't that expensive to ship to me.
And not if you email, and if you email Gene first, email him first, he gives you a coupon.
Yeah, the regulars that are on here that help Richard out, just message us on Bricklink, and we'll shoot you a coupon over.
I appreciate that, but I hate coupons. That's just another piece of my paperwork or pocket piece of paperwork in my pocket I got to present.
I guess, Macro, to answer your question the easiest way, the main reason I use Bricklink over Lego is up, at least down here. I don't know how it works up there, but if it's not a bestseller, it's taken 6 weeks to get to me. So if I go on there and I have to have these pieces, so I buy these pieces for the mock, I don't want to wait 6 weeks. So I might pay an extra $20 in shipping altogether, but I'm getting those pieces like within 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, true that, man. Because that waiting that 2.5 months is definite kick in the face. It's a pre-planning game. It's a time management for sure. You'll be way ahead of yourself.
So
Is that what it? Go ahead.
Most of everything I build, like if you watch any of the castle videos, 9 times out of 10, everything I build happens on a Thursday. So every Thursday night, my wife spends with her dad still, so she's not home. So I'm here by myself. Every Thursday, I'll go down here and start building. At the end of me getting done building, I normally have an idea of the pieces that I need because of what I'm running out of. So I create a Bricklink cart and buy them on Thursday. Almost every store that I buy from, if I order it Thursday, it's here on Monday.
Wow. Okay. I got where you're coming from.
So it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I might be wasting $20 a week in shipping, but I'm also paying $20 to have it within the next couple days. Like
that's how I want it now. Tax. I get you. I've done that before many times.
The main store I order from, or one of the main stores, is in Michigan, and I can literally place an order right now, and it'll be at my house Monday morning.
That's today.
Nice.
That's D.
I guess that's what I do. That's a good example. That's what I do if I was like kind of planning it out. Need this. If I did like just a random massive. Okay, down the road, I might build a castle, so I'm going to order 1,000 of this, 1,000 of this, 1,000 of this. Then I'd go through Lego.
Now, I will tell you that, like, so I plan on leaving the castle together for a while I'm buying pieces for the Star Wars thing. And now the Star Wars thing, I do plan on doing off of Lego like that. Like, there's going to be a tons of stuff that I need that are all going to be, like, for instance, I need a lot of, I'm trying to think of so the mock has a lot of the stuff I'm already using in the castle in it. But there'll be tons of stuff that I need, like the dark bluish gray brick. I don't have anywhere near dark bluish gray what I have in light bluish gray. So it's one of those things that I can buy that off of Lego's Pick a Brick website.
I did 5 and 6 tonight.
Especially ahead of time if you know you're going down that path. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the main thing that I gain from that, in my opinion, is the points.
True that. And that's kind of what I started doing. like even like like 1 by 1 sand blue round, 1 by 1 dark, like you say, dark gray, light gray. I'll go order 500 of them at a time. I don't need them right now, but one day I know I'm going down this path. I'm going to build this mock, so I'll load up on certain pieces.
So, like,
but maybe I'm just doing it wrong though. Maybe I just need to like plan my crap out a little bit better as I dive into the Bricklink side of it.
So, like, for instance, when I was doing, this is like a really good way to look at what you're talking about too, is so when I was doing the minifigs to build the army, so I bought the torsos and the legs all from Lug Bolt. I didn't buy heads, I didn't buy armor, I didn't buy weapons, I didn't buy any of that. I just bought the torsos and the legs. So if you go to Bricklink, minifigure pieces on Bricklink are kind of expensive, which they're expensive anywhere, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
But one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted all mine to have flesh tones. I didn't want them to be yellow. So you can literally go in like category minifigure, subcategory minifigure heads. You can go to color family and, go on there and basically pick your flesh tone type things. And then you can go to Lego, like when all the heads pop up, then you can literally go to sort by price, low to high.
Yeah.
And that's what I ended up doing. Like with flesh tone heads, a lot of people use like the black head pieces because they're cheaper. But all of my soldiers have faces. All of my soldiers have like legit minifigure heads. And I
So
just
you
went
switched out all the yellow heads to flesh tone.
Said he
Yeah.
went to
What about their hands?
minis in Greensboro, Greenville.
the Black Falcon torsos have black hands.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
like the Falconeer that they just came out with in the
Yeah.
CMF, I took all her hands off and replaced them with flesh tone hands.
Nice. Yeah, the Lion Knights are the ones with the yellow hands. You're right.
But I also got like, so when I was building all the Brickmania sets, Brickmania uses the hands in reddish brown, black, and light bluish gray for different military pieces.
Okay, over there.
And there was a website I went to that was like they had like some kind of closeout clearance thing. I bought like thousands of hands for them for like next to nothing.
Wow. Well, good on you for that, but even still switching out all those damn hands.
Well, it's easy with a brick separator. I will tell you that.
And yeah, it's all right. The Black Falcons actually, they do. I didn't even realize that they do got the black hands that matches their arms. And it's
Yeah,
just
they-
the Lion Knights with the yellow hands.
The Lion Knights have yellow hands, the Falconeers have yellow hands, and the Forcemen have yellow hands. But see, like that was another like attention to detail thing I did. No minifigs in my entire like castle build have any kind of yellow, like even if it's a chest piece, like let's say they got a shirt and their chest is open, I made sure it wasn't yellow.
That's crazy, man. Wow. Good on you for that, I guess. That's intense.
It'll probably go like it's unneeded. It'll never go noticed, but I did it.
Hey, you'll notice it.
You need to go outside? Is there water?
Richard said that he bought a bunch of Lego sets, or he bought a few Lego sets from Bricks and Minifigs in Greensville, and they all had water spots all over the place.
Ooh,
They had water spots.
They
Yeah.
used a dishwasher.
Yeah.
They washed them in a dishwasher.
Is
Yeah,
that
that or they were left in the cold. Depends what kind of region they're from. So I bought a bunch of Lego off a buddy once, dude. He left it all in his garage while we're up here in Canada, and his garage gets down to -20, -30. So I had all these stupid white spots, and all the pieces were like super sloppy and loose.
dude. Speaking of bricks and minifigs, I'm going to the bricks and minifigs in Colorado next week.
Nice.
all the way to Colorado?
Well, we're going to be in Colorado, so I'm just not go to it while I'm there.
Hey, have some fun.
I've heard some bad things about them. I've heard that they have like really crappy prices and their stuff's not that great. And if you go to trade something in, they give you like nothing for it.
Isn't weed legal in Colorado though?
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's kind of legal everywhere right now.
You gotta take the bad with the good with the bad. Isn't there some states that they'll kind of twist your life up though? Isn't there still some states that if you get caught with like even a little bit, they still twist your life up?
No, the United States decriminalized it.
Because here in Canada, we decriminalized it, but it's literally like a liquor store on every corner. Now they sell weed though.
That's the way it's set up. Like when it goes full legal in North Carolina, because it's not yet, it's gonna already be like done. There's already stores that are set up everywhere for it. Just like in Tennessee, I noticed that when I went to Tennessee, if you go to Gatlinburg, there's a place down there that is a full blown like dispensary. Like they've already like they're growing plants inside of it, but
Nice.
technically they're not open to the public, so nothing can be done to them.
Actually, you know what? That set looks a lot better now that I see it built than when I seen it in a picture.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
a
that
fan
was
of the
good.
diorama.
I might buy that bad boy.
Does it have any kind of like function whatsoever?
Nope.
I mean, it don't have to, right? It's Luke versus Son.
I mean, yeah, it's a diorama set.
yeah, but this
it's
is
not-
a diorama, and all this does, like, this thing moves everywhere.
barking.
Do those dioramas have Technic pins that they all actually fit together and snap together, or is it a diorama just by itself?
No, it's
This-
more like by itself.
This one pins together, but I know all the Star Wars ones are just kind of by themselves.
Oh, that one's next.
Yeah, hold on, I got
I'm
you.
not finding that one up, Richard. I'm excited for that bad boy. A lot of it, 'cause I took the ride, so even all these faces by that golden idol used to blow arrows at you on the ride. Super fun.
This one doesn't have any. Well, you know, this is off of the new movie. This isn't off of the old movie.
And that printed piece on those little round, like the little 2x2 rounds there, is that an actual printed skull on all those?
You're talking about the turn knobs?
Yeah, the very bottom there on the
Yeah,
base.
those are printed.
Yeah, that's sick. This set is going to be worth so much down the road, man.
Oh yeah.
The minifigures to those printed pieces.
The minifigures are all, if I'm not mistaken, even the Indiana Jones, I believe he is different in every set.
Well, this one, he said he has the stubble and the hair on his head, or is that the hair on his hat?
No, he has the hair on his hat is the same. The heads in both the sets I've built are different. So the
Okay.
legs and the torsos are the same, but the heads are different, the faces. Because this one has like cobwebs all over his face where he went through the spider web.
Nice.
And the other one just has like an angry face and a smirking face.
And even that half of that helmet piece on that Bella Q, dude, that's gonna be worth something down the road. People are gonna be flocking after that left, right, and center, and you can only get one per set. That
The
helmet
what piece?
the dude that's all in tan, BELLOQ.
Oh, the Explorer guy.
Yeah, that hat helmet piece, because there's only one in this set. I bet you that's gonna be a $20 helmet piece down the road.
What I'm wondering is going to be a lot of money. Are you looking at this through Bricklink or are you looking at the box?
I'm just looking at the box here.
The native guy on there. I have a feeling he's going to be worth a lot of money because he's actually really detailed.
Detailed, he can go into a lot of different stuff, Islanders and Pocahontas, whatever kind of mock you want to do. Disney.
Technically, you can use him as an Indian.
An Indian, an Aboriginal, or Indigenous, Inuit, all the above.
Yeah. Now
I'm going to get in trouble for that comment, but whatever.
This set's really cool. I mean, it's got a lot of function.
Dude,
He does look good.
I'm gonna make an army of these.
The snub fighters.
I love this ship and the 2 minifigs that come with it. I don't know why, but I just want to make like a whole fleet, like a little spaceport with a ton of them all just ready for battle.
Nice. Do it. Next mock, we're tuning in Spaceport.
Yeah. Next mock's going to be the pirate snub fighter.
Every Lego a-hole loves a good Spaceport build.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person that like the old school space stuff is cool, but it just don't do it for me.
The stuff that I grew up on, so a lot of space doesn't do it for me, but the Space Explorians, and they had like their bad guy group, which was like the red and black robots, like the Sirius or Syrian or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up on, so that's what does it for me. But a lot of like the Blacktron and that stuff, it looks cool, but not really.
I wasn't ever into the Blacktron. I like the original UFO series.
Yeah, and it's still cheap. Get it while you can. That stuff is
I've got it all except the big one. The big one is kind of pricey because it comes with lights and sound. And if you buy it used, they all tell you that the wires are fraying.
What about the those little aliens that came with the tubes and you'd hit the little air pocket and it'd shoot them through? That's those space guys.
That was like Alien Conquest, wasn't it?
Alien Conquest.
Yeah.
Set up. It's a good theme. See, that's why I'm excited for this Dreams. Like, no matter what people say, they're gonna look back at it and think Dreams was awesome. Pay big money for Dreams, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the parts that I just seen in those builds, yeah, you know, you get
They have
an RV on legs, but you can turn that RV into legs on like all kinds of different sub themes, kind of mobs.
a ton. I mean, of new elements in there.
I'm gonna buy every single one of those sets, at least one of each one. They look fun. To me, they look fun. Like that, if I was a kid, that's what kind of Lego does for me. That's one of the reasons why I play with Legos. Build with Legos. It brings me back to just forgetting. And as I was a kid, you had no care in the world but your imagination. So as I'm building that dream set with all those random parts, little
Let's see how
folklore,
I-
funny stories. Damn, that's looking good.
Here's another one. What is today? Who cares?
There
I'm
we go.
retired.
So this right here, macro, is the clone base I'm building.
Hey, props to you for starting it on this software. Designer.
Yeah. I have trouble with that software, man.
Yeah, me too.
It almost gets to a point with the software where it's like unreal because there's just no way, you know, like I could build something with the software and not be able to build that in real life. There's too much.
I mean, you got double layer there. Like, that's a lot to, like, does this add to your parts order? Like, can you turn this into a parts order or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can export parts list, a wanted list, Brickin.
Dude, how long did you spend doing this shit, that rock work crap? Good Lord.
I mean, it's not quick.
That means you almost got to build it twice. You got to build it in the 3D studio, and then you got to order the parts, and you got to build it in physical form. I'd rather just order it in physical form.
I don't do it quite like that. So this right here is the extent of what I'm going to build. That's it. Everything else is going to be in pieces. So, like, for instance, like, so this right here is just the opening space right here is a main door, right? The door is going to be open on both sides, and I've already created a space for the door to like slide in, but the door really can't be created in studio. All of this back here on top, like this, is going to be a walkway going all the way around, and then it'll have like rooms and offices and stuff inside the base. All of this down here is actually going to extend out another base plate. All of this, I'm just going to free do off the top of my head. Like, I might go in and build something small for a little bit to see how it looks. But this right here is pretty much just all I'm going to have left. I might go in and add more just to do it, but I don't need to do it. I can do it all off the top of my head better than I can on this program.
Damn, good Lord, that's trippy. So is this mock going to be an addition to the castle, or is the castle coming apart to build this one?
The castle's coming apart. That's why I said it won't be anytime soon.
Damn, you actually took that castle apart. Good on you, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that.
I have this right.
I think in the last 7 years, I don't think I've taken apart
I think I
one
showed you
mock.
all I have. Really?
Yeah, it's a labor of love. I'd rather buy more. I'd rather buy more stupid plastic bricks than take my shit apart.
This right here is all I have left to build for the castle.
And then just the details.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Saving the mock is half the reason I built Hoth to the size that it is, because Hoth fits perfectly on this shelf, lengthwise and depth. So I can always have it displayed behind me when I'm done taking it around to shows and stuff.
And to me, taking a mock apart is like selling a toy, a dirt bike, a snowmobile. Like, And unless I need the money to buy a bigger or better toy, or I'm in a pinch and I'm in a life position, what do I need the money for? What do I need to sell that car for the money for? Right? I could just
But
keep the car. I can just keep the mock. So
realistically,
why don't I
property-
just
Everybody froze with us.
Nah,
I
he's
know.
froze.
Y'all were frozen on this end.
am I frozen?
I'm not froze.
So yeah, like why would I sell my snowmobile or my dirt bike unless I wanted a bigger, better snowmobile, or it was just an epic wild weekend and I just needed that much cash.
So
You know,
I
like
want you to
why would I take apart a mock unless I needed the pieces, or I could just buy those pieces again and keep that mock, right?
I want you to think about this in my scenario though. All right. You realize this castle with minifigures and everything else probably has somewhere around like $7,000 to $8,000 in it.
I can relate in minor and in some situations minor, in some situations
Yeah.
extravagant. I can relate.
So if I'm going to build a Star Wars mock the same size, that means I'm going to have 2 mocks down here, massive size, and 14 grand in them versus just taking apart one to fund the other.
Labor of love. So what happens when you take apart your castle mock? Are you going to sell all your Black Falcon minifigures for like snow troopers and
No, I've already bought clones.
I was going to say I'll trade you some clones for some Black Falcons.
I don't really know. I talked to Shy a little bit, and it was one of those things that I was really like worried, like, what am I going to do with all these minifigures? And I kind of talked to Shy, and I was like, do you want to agree on the price? And I'll sell you them all for this price. And we were like joking about it, but I don't think I'm going to. I actually think I'm just going to keep them because
they'll go up.
Because if I, well, not even that, but if I ever wanted, so for instance, everybody was joking about me. Well, I made the joke originally that when I tore apart the city, I had all of these custom, like very expensive Marvel figs. And they were like, why don't you sell the figs to fund the castle? And the same thing, like, why don't you sell the Black Falcons to fund the Star Wars? But if I sold the Black Falcons and ever wanted to do another castle, it's going to cost double to get them back.
Yep. And you have to sell the Black Falcons for at least what you paid for them, if not, a couple dollars more, right?
Yeah. And that's like the hard part is I don't think, like, when the castle comes apart, what I'll probably do, honestly, I think I'm going to keep the main gate section. I don't think I'm going to take the main gate section apart. And I'm going to keep all of like the bigger people, like the generals that I've created. I'm going to keep them together and I'm going to put them sitting kind of like on maybe the top layer or maybe even the drawbridge itself. And I'm going to put it behind me. Like, so the first mock I ever built was for Lego Masters. And I still have it.
That's cool. At least you got a display piece out of that era of your channel or your Lego building career. For me, I just have a hard time taking apart mocks. Like, I think, again, every mock that I've built is probably still intact to this day.
Well, see, like if I was doing mocks like it, maybe 2 or 3 base plates, I could see that. But I mean, this castle's 77 base plates. That's not something that I just can have room to slide over. I mean, it's taking up an entire ping pong table.
Yeah, that's something that goes inside of a museum or something, and you say goodbye to it.
Dude, somebody tried at Brick Fair last year. They asked me, they were like, if you'd put a value on your city for me to buy it all, minifigs and everything, and you walk away right now, what would it take? And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not attached to this thing. Here you go. Here's the number.
Your city or your Lego collection? You know what? If someone wanted to put a price on my Lego collection that was, decent, worthwhile, not Fruth and me, not 40% on the dollar, I know, man. We've been into this long enough. There's a lot of cash tied up in this. You can do a lot with that kind of money.
But the thing is like you always look at things like, so for instance, in your collection, what is the one Lego minifigure that you would have to stick with? Like you couldn't get rid of it? Is there just one?
No, because the one that I could get rid of isn't even worth anything. And the one that I could get rid of is worth a decent amount. So I think, honestly, like I haven't gone through all my Lego minifigures, so I don't know exactly which one's worth the most. But I'd say Darth Raven is the minifigure that I got is worth the most. And I'd sell that SOB in a heartbeat for what he's worth.
Yeah,
I've got
my
two of them.
expensive is Commander Wolf.
So you wouldn't let go of Commander Wolf?
I wouldn't actually. I was kind of hard. It wasn't very much fun to get him.
So like out of all the minifigs I have, to be honest, the one I would not get rid of is a clone trooper. I have no idea what it is. It's a clone who he is. It's a Clone Army Customs fig, but it's the story behind it that I wouldn't get rid of it for.
And that's fair, dude. That's where it's at. I like that.
I was at Brick Fair last year, and Ryan went over to some kid that was set up, and he was selling minifigures. And Ryan was like, I'm going to buy like 5 of these minifigures from you. So Ryan helped the kid out, bought the minifigures from him. He walked over to Brickin Jim and was like, give me a minifigure, and I'm going to give you one of these Clone Army Customs. And he was like, what? He was like, just give me a random minifigure. So he took a random minifigure and gave it to Jim. Jim was like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I don't really care for it, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, you give me a minifigure for it. I'm going to pass the buck on. And I was like, okay. So I gave him a firefighter. And it was just like the funniness of like how it went down. Everything else in here, I don't really think I'm attached to minifigure wise. Like I can put a price on anything.
What set are you attached to that you have?
Like a set I would never get rid of?
A set you wouldn't get rid of.
The Death Star 2.
Now we're getting extra deep.
Yeah, for us, it would be this whole wall.
The Death Star 2, I would never get rid of it because I lucked out so much. I paid $250 for a $2,000 set.
So I thought we were just talking about minifigures, and I was thinking out of all the minifigures off the top of my head, I'd probably get rid of them all, but the one that's really, really just Moneybags Batman. I don't know what it is about Moneybags Batman, but that guy, he does it for me. And then you guys started talking about sets. I could not even fathom. If I had to get rid of every single Lego set but one, I couldn't even not fathom which one I'd keep. That's too much.
I'd keep the Death Star 2. Just because not only is it like a cool set in my opinion, but I mean you're talking 4 huge like Lego collectors right here, and I guarantee you I'm the only one that has it.
I don't have it.
What's the Death Star 2? Which one's that? Is that the USD?
The original one that's like torn apart, the big globe looking one.
Yeah, the big glow. Yeah, but it's more plated in though.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the play scale one.
There's very like it was just something, I don't know. I came across it. I bought it for next to nothing. And while I was putting it together, I paid $250 for the set. And my buddy Mark was like, you realize the instructions are $100? I was like, do what? He goes, yeah, the sticker plate is like $75.
Wow.
Steal of a deal. To me, it'd be a throwback to nostalgia. It's going to be the 90th Castle or a Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Like
Pirates
offer up a lot.
Pirates is a really decent set.
They offer up a lot. Like you could entertain yourself for a little bit of time with those sets, I think. Whether you're a kid, a teenager, an adult, like I could rebuild this crap. Even if it was just one set, I could rebuild this crap, a couple different ways and have some fun with it. And even just with the pieces, you could just knock it down for pieces and build your own epic castle.
The UCS Millennium Falcon would be hard to get rid of just because if it wasn't for that set, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel.
True. That one's in the closet to pay for the rest of my Lego in the next 5 years, though.
So macro,
Wait, I'll
the
take
thing-
that back. If you want to be completely honest, I would let the Death Star 2 go over the B-17 bomber.
So macro, you were talking about stuff you got in the closet to fund your next round. We've got in this closet over here, we've got all 4 of the supercars wrapped in heavy craft paper to protect the boxes. Brand new in the box, all 4 of them.
The Technic ones?
Yeah.
Good on you, good investment. I went down a different route. I definitely got a back pile of modulars, a whole lot of Ninjago, Temple of Air Jitsu, some Star Wars. I during COVID, actually, I opened up a lot of my resale. I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm not selling this. I'm just gonna build it. So like the Death Star, the Red 5, the UCX TIE Fighter. I built a lot of stuff that I was gonna sell because I'm just sitting around. Like it would have done me no better whether I resold it or whether I entertained myself and then just built it.
I mean, you got to think that right there is like what, $800?
Those are good sets, man. That's something I wish I got into, but Technic doesn't float my boat. But those are moneymaker sets for all day long.
I would not have this set if it wasn't for Gene, and this is like the one set that just like awes me. Like this bad boy is.
We're not going to talk about how little you paid for that either. Okay.
This thing doesn't.
I think my one set's got to be the Ewok Village.
Damn, looking at that set, I get some penis envy. I'm wishing I went and bought one of those. Damn it.
Like this set is.
I just need the Bugatti, the Lamborghini, and
no. See, I don't buy cars like that. Like I only buy cars that I would actually want in real life.
The Porsche.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. It does look good.
I was talking about that before.
We might have 1 or 2 of those big supercars in the closet.
Oh, actually, we do have another Porsche.
I thought she was going to say we might have 1 or 2 of those supercars in the driveway, but
No.
the closet's still good. The closet's still good.
Brickin store does have a good return on it, but we're not driving supercars.
There you go. Like us all, we spent it all on Lego. Even if you could drive a supercar, you ate because you spent it all on Lego.
This one right here was really cool, but it's not the orange one.
I like my
Yeah,
Toyota.
but Richard, I think that build is better than the orange one.
I agree. It has cooler features.
See, that looks good too, but I can't even start because then I got to go back and buy all of them, and that's the problem.
But see, that's where so when we were talking earlier about like
Choose my
hobbies
battles.
Lego.
So that's macro. That's what happened to us with modulars. Tori and I built one each. I built the corner garage, and she built
One of the other.
the diner, I think, at the same time. And she fell in love with them. And even though I'm an architect, I'm banned from building modulars.
No more.
Wow. Interesting, Gene. Interesting.
She now has every one of the modulars.
All
Every
of them.
single one, including the super ugly Market Street.
Yeah.
Right there.
That one is so ugly I can't even justify the price. I can't even get that price. It's so ugly.
Thanks to Richard for finding it on a sale. Or sweet
Good on you.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised with being an architect that you weren't into the modulars. Interesting.
Yeah, he's in
But I've got all the architecture sets. I mean, all the U.S. architecture sets I've got. All the Capitol building, White House, all that.
But how did those float your boat and do it for you, but the modulars didn't? Knowing you can tweak those modulars. You can tweak them.
Right.
You can make them better.
I love the modulars, but it's one of those things that when we started doing it, that became her passion. And so I just backed off. I'm the Technic guy. Right now I'm building Rivendell. So yeah, I get to do some of it. And I did the blacksmith shop. I'm Yeah, the medieval blacksmith shop. And I'm going to
Nice.
be doing the Fisherman Village. I did the A-frame. I just can't do the modulars. That's her gig.
Gotcha.
Cameron,
And you know what? I love Riverdale. You know, Harry Potter is one of my favorite movies. I love that scene.
Yeah, it's so far. I'm only into like bag 7. And so far it is a really, really cool build. The colors are awesome. And then the details in it are just really cool.
Ashley does.
They do look cool. So Gina, I gotta ask, as an architect, where's our rebrickable models coming at? Like, are you dropping these like instructions? We can we'll play off your extra expertise into our own Lego city, or how's that going about?
No, so my role in the architecture firm, I'm the vice president of the firm. I'm in charge of all the field operations, all the site visits, all the field inspections, and all that. And I do
Okay, so
that.
you're making sure that the project's getting done as per cost value per capita ratio.
Yeah, I'm the guy that makes sure it's done right.
I want to say.
And so I do that because I fell in love with construction equipment when I was a kid. So for me, my gig in Lego is that front bedroom full of Technic stuff. You know, the dump trucks, the concrete mixers, the cranes. That's what I love. And so I've got all. Oh, moved it out of here. I had a stack of 3 tubs over here where I was collecting the parts to build a crane that's 8.5 feet tall and fully motorized.
Nice.
I got
nice.
the instructions off Rebrickable. Oh, she just opened the closet. She moved it in there. So at least now I know where it is.
I'm gonna let y'all know Cameron dropped a question and it screwed with my brain. I want to take back everything I said with everything. The one set that I could not get rid of is the one set that I chased after, and that's the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Oh, that's the one you tried to steal from me for 6 months.
I kept putting it off. I didn't want to buy it. We went to Brick Fair, Virginia, and I told Justin, I was like, I'm not leaving here without buying that set. And everybody there had it for like $1,000. And I was like, I'm not going to pay $300 or $400 more to buy it from here than someone on Bricklink. And I believe it or not, I messaged our entire lug. And I was like, does anybody have this that wants to get rid of it? And some guy was like, dude, I'll sell it to you for $500. And I said, sold.
Damn. You know what? I knew that set was money. I went back not long after. I bought 2. Obviously built one, right? Sat in one. I just sold that set in January for $1,300.
Was it all brand new in the box?
Brand new in the box, yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That thing smells amazing when you crack
sets
it
you get a feel for, right? Some sets you get a feel for, and you're like, that one definitely is going to go up. You know it.
See, like I've been trying to think lately of what is a set now that would do that, and the sets that go up crazy amount in value aren't the sets you think about it. Like the stupid TIE Fighter pilot helmet now is a $280 set.
Yeah,
I knew that was going to go up though. It was all black. It had some couple printed secluded pieces. One of the first of many series, you know. Pirates of Barracuda Bay, 90th Anniversary Castle, a whole lot of these goofy friend sets that are coming out, you know, they're going up. You know, like a lot of it is, honestly, it's the big sets. Because with Lego investing, not everyone's buying 4 or 5 of the big sets. Some people aren't even buying one of them, right? So if you get 2, 3 of these big sets, once they're retired 4 years, 5 years later, there's not a lot of them out there. There's only the people who could afford to buy 4 or 5 of them. Now those are the ones that are capitalizing, right?
So I'll give you a heads up that with that TIE Fighter pilot helmet, the 2 pieces that are in there are the printed Imperial symbols that are worth $40 a piece. But I'm telling you right now, I've got 2 of them here that I'm sitting on. Go buy the Luke Skywalker pilot helmet, because it has the exact same piece with the Rebels logo printed on it.
Exactly. And there's a couple other new ones that came out that are very, very cosmetic and unique looking. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't know their names, but you know what? I'd load up on those too. And in actuality, all those Star Wars helmets, the fact that they kept coming out with them, the Iron Man, you know, like anyone, whether it was like, I can't remember if they did Venom or whatever, all of them, dude, if they keep coming out with more, that's the thing. If there's a lineup, if you know they're going to come out with a full series 8 months, 8 years, later, buy the first one. Same with the modulars, right? It's been a 12-year long series. Well, the first, second, third, and fourth ones, that's where the money's at. Same with the stupid helmets. Whether they suck or you like them or not, the first, fourth, fifth, and sixth ones, those are the ones where the money's at.
Yeah, I love it.
The macro, the modulars are actually 16 years old this year. The first one came out in 07.
Dude, that's crazy. You know what? Now I feel old. I'm young and now I feel old. That is absolutely crazy. 16 years.
Yeah.
But see, the thing with the helmets though is like Cameron's, you can see all of his behind him. There's only 2 helmets that have anything that's printed. And that's the TIE Fighter and the Luke Skywalker. Everything else is stickered.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, there's another Lego insider tip. If there's a printed piece in a set and it's very kind of unique, dude, scoop it up. Scoop it up.
Yeah.
Same with Pirates of Barracuda Bay, that stupid Joe's Tavern or Joe's whatever, As soon as there's a printed piece, especially on a dome, right? Especially on a dome or a shield, scoop it up. Money, money, money.
Well, guys, I got to roll. I got meetings in the morning at work, so I'm going to log off here. It's been fun.
Well, take it easy, man.
Yeah,
Super
I'm going
fun. Good to hang with you.
to split with him.
All right. I'll see
Peace
y'all
out,
later.
guys.
See y'all.
See ya. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's one of those things that's crazy. Like, for instance, with the Star Wars mock I'm doing, I got bored earlier at work and I was kind of slow. So I looked up to see where I could find any of the, like, maybe just sticker packs. I thought it would be cheaper of the clone, the symbol for clones, or like maybe some other kind of symbols printed on Lego boxes or stickers or something like that. And like you can get, there's a newer set that came out, the ATTE, that one, the sticker pack, that's $140 set. The sticker pack's only $2 and it comes with 4 of the clone stickers on it. I don't think anywhere there is a printed piece that has it on there on like a 2x2.
Like a round 2x2.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a printed one that has a clone symbol on it. I think they're all stickers.
Yeah, and that's the tight one. So, and that's where if I had a better print set up, computer knowledge, dude, I'd print my own sticker on a 2x2 rounds and I'd slap it on that tile. Right?
Well, company, I need to send you the information anyway with what you like. So they started selling sticker sheets with shield stickers on them. So you can go buy blank shields and put like the Forceman shields, how they're brown, like they're made out of wood.
Yep.
Well, the reddish brown shield with the Forceman logo is it's like a $4 shield. Well, you can go buy the part for like 20 cents and put this sticker on there and you have it.
True, but I'd still rather buy the $4 printed shield.
Oh, believe me, I know.
We're alike. We know how
like
it
I
is.
said, I wouldn't mind buying. That's one of the things I looked for. I wanted printed tiles that had the clone symbol on them. Now there's like crates that have it on the side of it, but there's no insignia on like the side of something round I can hang on a wall.
Yeah. See, and I'd want the printed shields because I probably want like 200 of them. So I don't want all those stickers. But if I had just that one ship with like 4 emblems on it, dude, I'd put a sticker on a 2x2 round and get those 4 emblems. But if I had to place those 400, 200 stickers on the shield, right? Like, you're going to lose your mind, man.
So have you heard of BB Forge?
Brick Builders Guild, or is it different? Is it different than Brick Builders Guild? Are there?
Maybe. Let me pop this up. Hold on.
It might be different than Brick Builders Forge, but I got Brick Builders Guild. And you know how I got this tile? I watch all those drunken guys walk through Brick World Chicago, and they place all these tiles over so many mocks. Just went and scooped a couple up.
So this is the website. Let me go full screen with it.
Oh, does look.
So that's their symbol.
Yeah, it is, dude. That's the exact same thing.
So have you seen these right here? I think they're.
Oh yeah, they got all those printed tiles, stickers. Yeah.
Where is? Oh, here it is. Minifigures accessories. So they sell like shields that are printed, but they have battle damage.
Yeah, actually, another person I follow is it's drawing my name. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
But like
I'll
that.
remember it. There's another fellow that I follow. He doesn't do the battle damage, but he does all the printed shields.
Are you talking about K-Town?
Yes, sir. I am K-Town. What a
Yeah, I've got in my army, all of my soldiers that I created have K-Town helmets and swords.
Yeah, I like his minifigures, but he didn't do the battle damage. He didn't do the battle damage shields, but he did some unique shit for sure.
Yeah. That's one of the things, like, I don't know what to do with him, but he, K-Town had that, like, Knights of the Round Temple.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of those minifigs, but I don't know how to incorporate them into this mock.
See, that was my problem, because same thing. I got a decent amount of some, but it was still limited. With the ones you're talking about, I'd set up outside your castle wall a tax table. Those minifigures are representing the next hierarchy, paying their taxes to your faction. That's another scenario or storyline that I've thought about. But the K-Town that got me into it was all the Lynx Knights. They were like black and white. They had a little bit of like a wolf cat head on them. And I bought a decent amount of those Lynx Knights.
Are you talking about?
But then they went offline. He didn't print anymore. I even reached out to him. I was, dude, like, print 100 of these. I'll buy them all.
See, I bought all the printed tiles.
Cheers.
All the printed tiles he had, I bought.
Oh, I got some of those cool printed tiles, like Robin Hood Wanted, Dragon Wanted. I can't see his torso, but the graphic on his torso looks a little different than what I'm thinking of.
He has like chainmail around the neck, and he has a cross on his shirt, and it's like a belt tied into a knot.
I've seen those guys from K-Town, but not the Lynx Knights that I'm thinking of. They're upstairs. I'd have to spend 2 minutes stumbling up the stairs to go grab one, but I could go grab one real quick.
Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna probably head off here in a second anyway. But yeah, I don't the stuff like that, like the BB Forge, the printed accessories. This is what I was getting at least. Is stuff like that I really do want to add in here. I have the Dragon Reward and the Robin Hood Reward poster that you were talking about.
Yeah, both, and those are like the little Easter eggs that people are looking for. So when they watch a video and you're panning around, right, they're gonna stop, pause, rewind for 5 seconds, give you a little extra view time. That's the stuff that they're looking for. That's that cosmetic, custom. That's what makes it different from everyone else.
Like with the city, I had tons of little Easter eggs hidden everywhere. And it was almost to the point where I might have done too much. With the castle, there's going to be a bunch, but the castle is going to be more or less like like for instance, in the city, I had a bar, and the bar had like a rooftop area, and the blue guy the bartender from The Mandalorian. God, what was his name? You know who I'm talking about?
I know your picture, and I just don't know his name, but I've seen him.
He was serving a drink to a table, and the table had Luke and Greedo sitting at it Han and Greedo both pointing guns.
That's what people want. They want that folklore. That's the fun of a video.
Oh yeah,
that's the fun of a video when you actually make that video, and people just. Lego's Lego. You can pan around a room full of Lego all day long, but those individual stories that people want to actually watch and tune into.
So do you have your phone on you?
Yes, I do.
I just sent you a pic on Instagram. That is the one thing that I was like skeptical about putting in the castle, but I built anyway.
Okay. And why were you? I haven't looked at the picture yet, but why are you skeptical about it?
Because of what it is. I mean, that's pretty intense, I guess.
Hey, I'll tell you the truth. So I got that almost exact scenario in my castle, in my layout, plus a guillotine.
Well, the guillotine's on the other side. It's not built in with this.
No, but I got the hangman, but I got the guillotine, plus I did the red tile with the head cut off. Right? Dude, it's all there. So here's the thing when I do my Black Falcon Castle, when I went on vacation, not on vacation, when I went on field trips in elementary school in Victoria, BC, because the history within Victoria, BC, we went to a wax museum. That wax museum had nothing but torture chambers in it. From every different, dude, the stretch machine to the cage full of spikes, right? To the hangman, to the guillotine.
The Iron Maiden.
The big blade that slowly slit you as it slid down an inch deeper. So as I do the mountain range around my castle, that bottom layer underneath the mountain range, the basement of the castle is going to be the treasury, full on torture chamber. That's one thing that resonates with me as a kid. I don't know why. Extra Twisted, grade 6. Why they took us there, it's beyond me. Torture chamber, wax museum. I got like 9 or 10, 12 tortures that are already on par without even having to go Google that shit.
I thought about trying to build. I have to throw homage back. Like I said, the Explorers are some of my favorite sets. And I don't know if you remember back in the day when they were doing the like adventurer sets where they went through the mummy. They had like the mummy coffin, and it was in the shape of like the Pharaoh Sphinx.
Okay.
I have one of those hidden inside of where the dragon has all like the gold and everything when he's guarding. I have one of those hidden, and I tried the hardest for a little while to fit plates in there tight so I can put spikes on it and leave it open because they make one in dark bluish gray, but you just can't do it. It like they slide everywhere and they move. I was like, man, I really want an Iron Maiden for this.
Man, even if I have to like glue them or putty them in, I'm going to have a full-on basement torture chamber. It's going to be absolutely epic. That, you know what? That might be the theme of the castle, to be honest. It's just an actual torture chamber.
Just every room be like a different torture.
At least in the basement, whatever, if you got what's the castle going to sit on? Like 6 32 by 32 plates. In each 32 by 32 plate, I can fit 4 rooms. That's like going to be X amount of rooms of torture chamber. And, you're going to have a couple weapon stash. Like, you're going to have a gold room down there, right?
Well, yeah. Well, so if you look in the back of the Dragons area, you can see there's a way up to the castle, and that's where all the gold and the gems and everything is. And there's going to be a bunch of that stored like in one of the rooms upstairs. Like there's like a bank area, but the dragon itself is guarding all of the gold. And the scene is going to be the fact that he's guarding the gold, but the Black Falcons are literally carrying it up the stairs to the castle.
There you go. Nice. Another one I want to do, because that torture chamber's in the basement, it's kind of below ground. I want to do a secret tunnel out, and then in the back, they're going to have like a decent kind of graveyard tombstone. So there's going to be this one decent size, big tombstone, and it's going to, slide open and have the staircase out the front of the tombstone. And that's going to be the secret exit from the castle when they're getting attacked, out the back door, up through the tombstone, out through the graveyard.
The only
Giving
thing,
away all my ideas here, shit.
The only thing I have like that whatsoever is on the side of the mountain. There's a cave that leads up, and I have 2 minifigs sitting inside of it with a joint in the citizen brick weed plant.
Oh, nice. You know, it's looking good, and I think more people need to tune in and give credit where credit's due, and definitely follow that. And you know, I gotta see where I'm missing. I gotta see what I've been missing out for these last couple of weeks, along with everyone else has. So,
well, there's definitely like it's like I told Shy, because so me and Shy were like kind of like we weren't battling it out, but I was joking. I was like, why is it every time I buy 50 minifigs, you buy 500? Like, come on, dude. Like, really?
give me a break. Let me catch up a little bit.
So the joke was, I was like, well, you got the minifigs, I'll build the castle for them to stay. And then he's like, well, I'm building the castle too. But like the thing is no matter what, like people get mad all the time. They're like, man, you stole my design or whatever. But once you put it on the internet, it's a design out there. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to take a design and tweak it somehow. Like, I just sent you 2 designs, 2 more on Instagram, that I've already got those made my way. But the thing is anytime you put something online, it's going to get stole. But and people look at that as like a bad thing. But the good thing about that is, if you're cool about it, there's always going to be that person that's like, yeah, man, I got this idea from so-and-so.
Your design was so good, someone had to steal it, man. I agree.
The ballistas I just built, I built 8 of those yesterday, and I haven't showed up anybody a picture of them. But what I did was took 2 ideas of ballistas and added them together to make one, because there was one that looked way too intricate and it was too small. And then there was one that was bigger that looked perfect size, but it didn't look finished enough. So I just like combined the 2.
I got 3 builds in the city where I paused the video, I zoomed in, I followed the lines of that brick, north to south, south to whatever. I built that mock. I built that building. I built that graffiti Lego sign. I copied it straight from someone else.
Man, we said Shy's name and he pops in the building.
You're Shy.
But
we're just glorifying your epic army, you know.
But I agree. Like, anytime, like, I mean, there's that's the only way you're gonna get ideas, and you're gonna copy. Like, I'm not gonna say you're gonna copy, but you're gonna get the idea. I mean, it's like anything that's ever been done has came from an idea of something else.
I was going to say, even if you already built it from a complete original idea, it's probably already done 5 years ago. Man, it's 2023. Everyone's already thunk of everything, right? Like, come on. Out of Lego and how long Lego's been floating around, like, do you think that's 100% original, customized idea? It's probably already been done before, to be honest.
There's so many...
And forgot about for 2 years.
There's only so much you can do with Lego. It's been done.
Yeah.
I mean... Like, I was joking, so with that clone army, the clone army mock I showed you, so I wanted the doors to open, but the way they have to open is they have to open, bend down, and come back. And I was like sitting here and I was like, well, how can I do that? And then it popped in my head. Have you built the Super Nintendo build?
No. The cube? No.
No. The screen where you turn the crank and it rotates Mario.
Nope, not that one either.
So the way that you build that is with a bunch of plates and tiles, and you attach them that way it bends and flexes. And I was like, well, there we go. So all I did was tell a buddy of that, and my buddy 30 minutes later sent me a video where somebody's already used that technique to create a door opening.
Oh, wow. And all you gotta do is copy his idea, tweak it a little bit to make it your own.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically we're all still in the Lego ideas. Bricklock said Shy never buys too many minifigs. He buys exactly what he intends to buy.
Yeah, me too, until I knock the arms off of them somehow. Damn.
I think what we all need to do, Shy, is just all go to a convention together and just rent like an entire side of the building and put all of our armies together.
That'd be all right. Shy, I think you're gonna have to get us all to sign a Black Falcon minifig in Chicago. Like, what's next? We already signed a brick for you.
Hey,
right?
In the city mock that I built, Sands and Ryan went and blew up a bunch of pieces like they were shooting them. And I had an area where a building was falling apart, and the building was made with the pieces they shot.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. But to get all their signatures, you guys get us to sign a Black Falcon minifig. Or at least draw our custom logo on it.
What y'all need to do, I told Shy, y'all all need to send me like one of y'all's like sig figs so I can put them in the army.
I will bring you or send you or mail you a custom, it'll be a Black Falcon or Lion Knights or whatever, but it'll be like a macrofied, not a sig fig, but a macrofied night figure.
I'll pay for it if I need to.
Oh, you won't have to do that.
I've got
Just trust
Chef.
me with your address. That's all.
I've got Chef. I've got Brickin, and I've got, I believe, a Ryan somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about stop motion earlier, but that's a whole nother monster. That's a. Do you know what 2,000 minifigs would take to show each one of them moving and running and like
To move in sequence and man, like to even just get a city update video out on time, a haul video, any kind of video on cue, let alone to do 45 hours of just like minifigure hand movements, 1-2 millimeters at a time, times 2,000 for one scene. Could you like to do what do you call that, a Braveheart scene in minifigures? Good Lord.
There was something I seen one time where a guy was doing his
it's like a liter rum right there,
where he was doing the entire kind of stop motion sequence. Now they make something, I don't have it, and I've not even played with it, but where you shoot a video, and when you shoot the entire video, you kind of like move it a little bit, move your hand away, move it a little bit, move your hand away, move it a little bit, move your hand away. And it does it in video so you don't have to take the pictures. You upload it to this thing and it breaks it down by how many frames per second you want it to be.
Like a claymation setup type deal.
Yeah, and you pretty much like go through and delete the frames with your hand in them. But the problem is you're not getting a smooth like up and down. You're getting like a. But I mean, it's still, a lot easier to do than it would be
doing just one long video, deleting your hand. You'd have to pay extra attention. Where if you just, especially if you had your camera on a mount, like if it was set up on some rickety kind of setup, dude, you're extra screwed. But if it was on a mount that you could, cameras on a mount, move a fig, take a picture, 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 move a fig, take a picture. That'd be a lot better than having to like shoot the whole video of, you still got to move all the figures, right? You still got to pause it, move all the figures, and then delete your hand. I think it'd be easier if you just took a picture, changed 400 minifigures, took a picture, changed 300 minifigures, took a picture, changed 500 minifigures, took a picture.
Go check
out.
I'd
probably be a lot less room for screw up that way.
Go check out that link that I just posted. Go watch his stop motions. He's the guy I watched.
I've heard of this guy before. Forest
like
Fire.
I said, he took him 6 hours to do like a 30-second thing, but his stop motions are flawless.
And that's how he does it. He's deleting his hand out of the video.
No, he actually like moves it a little bit, takes a picture, and he'll do like 15 frames, and then he plays the frames back to make sure everything's good. And then he like saves those 15 frames and goes and does like the next.
Wow. Okay. So he's never too far into it then. He's never too far into it that he can't backtrack to recorrect his mistakes. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he's a go.
I just said he's a pro filmmaker. Like watching him do that. Like I watched him for like 3 hours, like on and off.
I've heard of Forest Fire before.
He did not make a mistake once. And now if you watch his videos, it's not just like two minifigs moving. Like there's one where Batman's walking through the city and cars are moving, people are walking by. There's like people riding bikes. It's crazy.
There's another fellow I'm thinking of too that reminds me of this Forest Fire guy, Conrad. Forest House? No, we went Forest Fire. Forest Fire 101.
There's also...
And his thumbnails already look fire. 11 million views 10 years ago. Let's check out the one from 3 days ago.
I want to pull up and send you this one. Here's another one. I said he went to Chicago last year. He's tall.
Just this guy's birds moving, hand movement. I'm always curious how they get their lips to move like that in these stop motions, though.
That's all editing.
Like adding in picture on picture, or like they
Yeah.
adding in different heads here.
No, that's all adding in like picture on picture, like adding in like
Yeah, that's
they
extra.
create a layout that goes over the face and it just moves.
Dude, that's a whole lot, especially for each word and shit. Holy cow.
Yeah. Brick Dominion that I sent is really good. He does a bunch of like castle stuff.
I like when their movements are fluid, like the Lego Movie. When the minifig movements remind me of Lego Movie, you know it's well done.
Yeah.
Or I feel like I can say it's well done.
Yeah, the Avatar one's pretty funny. The Batman is a virgin one is probably my favorite.
Rated R content, and hey, that's up my alley. I'll go watch Avatar rated R.
Watch
Shall
the
you be my
Avatar.
bad
It's called
influence right now?
Avatar, and watch the Batman as a virgin.
Oh my goodness, this keyboard setup sucks.
I was just thinking of while we were talking about that earlier. I've got all the pieces right here to do a Black Falcon Queen.
I feel like you just got to play with the torsos and go look around and find out the cape pieces for your king and queen.
I need to. I don't know. I need to, I guess, sit around and I really like or not the cool, but the bad thing is there's a bunch of not faces, but like outfits I like, but they're all the wrong color.
Yeah, they are. They got the wrong print on them.
Like I have a ton of like red dresses, but I wonder if I go to Bricklink, let's see what color I can get those like dress bottoms in. I can't wait. Like, God, I can't wait to get this castle done. I'm waiting on that back wall. I placed another Bricklink order coming in with some plates to help out. And
damn, if I were you, I almost wouldn't want to get that bad boy done. If you're going to tear it apart for the next build or mock, I don't want to.
Well, it's not going to be like immediately.
It's hard for me. I don't want to add to that. I would be wanting to add all those scenes and themes and tiles and go back and revisit that rock wall for battle damage and some growth forest and greenery build up. Dude, that'd be hard. I cannot build a mock as great as you did and then take it apart. I've yet to take a mock apart ever, I think. Ever.
There is one blue skirt for sale in the United States.
Blue what?
The minifigure skirt piece.
For Avatar?
No. Like I was talking about making a queen.
Oh, queen, okay.
There's a one. It's $4.33. It's not bad, but I wonder what else. I just don't know if I want it to be blue or black.
Try them both. Can't go wrong.
I believe I actually have black ones in my minifigure stuff.
I'd pair off the king. So whichever one you want to dictate the show, if the king is like blue and black, and make the queen black and blue. I'm not just talking about her eyes. I'm just saying in general.
Well, she shouldn't have talked back.
Yeah, look like a raccoon now.
You know what dress I really like? the one that comes on the Evil Queen. And I have an extra one of those sitting right here. But it's purple.
Go on. I like the CMF King, so I just play the Queen off her or off him.
I'm trying to think of what I did with all my minifigure pieces. I believe they're up there sorted. I got tons of pieces everywhere.
Oh, that's the hard part about being an AFOL. You got to remember where that crap was. And then you reorder it and you find it late, like a week later. Oh, did have this. Damn it.
I've done that before.
I'm usually decent on my minifigures. I've never reordered minifig pieces before, though.
I can't find. I was making statues and I was using the dark bluish gray. I remember ordering torsos, but I can't find the torsos anywhere. I've got like 12 sets of legs, but I can't find any of the torsos.
And Murphy's Law, they're going to show up when you're done, too, aren't they?
Yep.
Damn bastards.
They're going to show up once I buy more.
Once you got it built, or they show up in the mail after you bought more. There they are. There's the originals. I knew I had them.
I try to keep all that stuff separate, but
I'm just glad I got this castle rebuilt. I'm pretty happy about that. After I booted it so hard that somehow I got 2 minifigures missing arms, 1 minifigure missing. I would say he's missing a hand. I'm just saying his hand's broken. It's looking like a nub there. Dude, this guy's arm's a nublet. Like how I don't even know how you step on a castle, but this guy's arm is now a nublet. Look, his hand is still attached, but there's no hand. It's a freaking nublet.
you had to do some serious trouble there.
I must have tripped and fell all at the same time. Oh, a weekday for me, man. 9:30 rolling up. I gotta get somewhat to bed early so I can crush the rest of this week.
Oh yeah, I'm right behind you. It's 11:30 here.
Oh, excellent, man. 11:30. Good Lord. Good on you, man. Good on you. I appreciate you inviting me on, hanging out.
I found the pants and the skirt, so I'm good. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun.
Anytime. That's what the weekends are about. That's what Wednesdays are all about. You got the shirt and pants real quick. Can you show us?
Well, I've got a black skirt that I'm going to roll with, and I got blue pants.
Okay, nice.
So I'm going to throw the blue pants on a Black Falcon uniform, but I'm going to throw a cape and some other things over him, so you're not going to really be able to tell he's got the normal uniform on anyway.
Right on, right on. And if you guys want to see an epic Black Falcon castle, you got to tune into the Bearded Bricks. More content. I'm not just wearing the shirt for no reason.
Where'd you get that shirt from? Is that Atlanta Brick Co?
Monarch Bricks.
Monarch Bricks. I've got one from Atlanta, but it's the Falcon crest is on the back.
Super quick shipping. He is quick.
I'll have to check them out.
Right on, right on.
Well, thanks everybody. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace till next time.